Good evening, gamers, and welcome to Liesel Shot. Tonight we have an exciting adventure of the High Road. Spoilers on the screen. Just pretend that's not there. Oh fuck.
Quick, jump to the
Tonight,
stream!
tonight we have an exciting adventure on High Road. Um, the party has been stuck in this damn tower for what, 2, 3 real-world months now, and they're finally approaching the apex as they have stolen the means to reach
You know,
floor 7 directly. The teleport stone, by the way, is fashioned mysteriously in the shape of a Mario flute for reasons that will not be explained or explored. And you skip to the top level. For those of you who haven't been here, this is a prison stroke magical CIA facility that some of the party members have a sordid history with. And now they are liberating the prison and bringing their forces to bear against it. And they will soon face off against foes old and new in the observatory. The VODs are all on YouTube if you want to check that out and catch up at some point. We are joining you here today with two major ways you can influence the going of the stream. Way number one, you can spend channel points on a Dangerous to Go Alone in the channel points section. Yay. Insert a character's name, and I will give them an item or insight of my choosing at that time. And they will, get a little boost, and that'll help shape the story. Or you can scroll down to the About section, click on the Money Honey button, and it will send you to a link to directly donate. And that will stack money for the channel and honey. And in the left-hand side, you'll see there's a bar. It goes up to $50. The money will roll over to the next show if it doesn't reach it there. But whenever it reaches $50, a wild magic surge or other appropriate event will occur, and the battlefield will change. Wacky stuff will happen. Reality will be wrenched aside, and it'll really throw a wrench in the works and change how the story unfolds. But yeah, that's the two major ways you can impact the game and its world. So, without further ado, I think that we were preparing to head to a climactic battle last time. We see here the overview of forces, but the adventures unfolding presently still on floor number 3. Yeah, don't worry, you're gonna be able to see
that's
things
why.
soon.
Okay, I was like, what happened? Did I go blind again?
No, and so you guys are here, and I am remembering that the reason that I'm like, wait, what am I forgetting? Is there's a music. So yeah,
This is a recap. Some of us short rested. Some of us did operation with Glinda.
Oh, yeah, I should probably roll for my short rest.
And we pulled out anti-magic rods from her spine somewhere.
from her limbs, her ligaments, inside her arms and legs. With the
Does
secrets
not change the fact that many of us are very low on resources, but
Yes.
Glinda is maybe full.
Indeed, she's looking pretty good.
Why are we here?
So you are here because this is how you guys are going to ascend.
Oh,
The witch has unlocked the abilities of this place, and
I think Zine with the witch as an assistant did that, but maybe I'm just misremembering.
did Zion do that? I feel
I
like.
thought he rolled like super high on the Arcana and just like had an innate understanding.
Oh
of
yeah, he had like
teleportation.
it had a huge insight. I don't know, Kai, do you remember that?
Do you guys see anything, or is it just me?
it'll be
Bottom
in
right
the
of the
corner.
screen.
I'll shift ping you.
Bottom corner, yeah.
Thank you. There we go.
So, all that said and done, you prepare here at the precipice, the seemingly endless void above you and below you, a warping of space and time, a howling winds. You must learn to step with, to traverse, and now, with this graven stone formed up from alchemical matter, you are prepared to make the ascent alongside the heirs of Osor. When the portal opens, they are gonna notice and respond. There is presently chaos above as the enemy attempt a hasty retreat. There's not really time to spare, but is there anything that you would say or do or have in hand before preparing to traverse?
Okay, remind me. We're all going together. We're not splitting up. Where
Yes.
some people meet the heirs. Okay.
Does Orochi want any of my weapons? Any of my melee weapons and/or my crossbow?
I would be very horrible with your cross. I actually don't be too bad with your crossbow, but
Honestly, is it a dex base?
well, I don't have proficiency with it.
Oh.
But I mean, I have a dagger. I can't remember if you had a spare short sword that was
I have a list of the
beyond
things I have.
normal.
Do I have a short sword? No, I'm out of short swords.
Okay, good now.
Let me look at something real quick. You can have this thingamajiggy. I forgot how to pronounce his name.
Geistralead? What? That's I thought that was a type of weapon, not.
It is a
or,
scimitar. It is made of Glazengrau. Geistausalid is a specific Glazengrau scimitar. Yeah, it's a scimitar. It's a scimitar that is, you could think of it like mithril.
Was what?
Or
Mithril?
yeah,
Was there something?
I thought it was silver.
yeah. So like, anything that would be damaged by a silver weapon, or what have you, is damaged by Geistausalid. Yeah.
But effectively, it's a scimitar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the stats of the weapon. Glinda is stood at the precipice. Iskander stands at the precipice. Tail wrapping the stones, all anticipation. Zion, you have the stone which will open the path. You know that the heirs of Osor have fought their way up to the point of floor 3 where they have access to the room as well, and at least some of them will be able to join you. You're going to push through into... Right now, the plan is you're going to push through into the area, but Zion is the actor who's going to push all this off. What's the plan?
Did any of the NPCs want to... Actually, what do the NPCs want to do?
Right now, everybody who isn't Glinda or Iskander, or some of the heirs of Osor who are going to meet you on the far side, are either like just trying to survive or engaged in fights elsewhere with remnants of the enemy forces and guards.
Okay.
Like there's a fight
Or
because like,
back to
they're
the
trying to
standard.
push in from the library. They're trying to push.
Yeah,
in from
some
all
of them
directions.
seems like really gun ho about the paying back their
Tormentors.
captors.
Yeah.
So
They're presently doing that in the form of killing people. It's just
Okay.
that not all. Of
I
them-
didn't know if any of them wanted to go for the heads like you were. Okay.
You could, if there was a specific NPC that you wanted to like bring with you, you could. The only like necessary members of the strike team are you guys, Glinda, and Iskander. In terms of what's
Yeah.
developed thus far, this isn't really like a well-run military scenario so much as a widespread prison break. So if you just walked up to someone and were like, "Hey, come with us. We're gonna go fuck them up," they would probably just say yes.
What happened to the Stone Warden?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, can we bring that with us?
Yeah. I'd definitely bring the Stone Warden with you. That's good. Good looking out there, Kai. That could be the difference between some people.
The jailbreak Stone Warden.
Yeah. The 3 self-repair tricks that Apple doesn't want you to know. You can jailbreak your wardens.
And where is the charming lady that I don't
Yeah.
find particularly extra charming?
All right,
but...
Abrota Acalaris. So, she came downstairs after shrinking the crystal for you, right? And she had a lot of books, and at some point during the surgery, she wasn't really, like, there anymore. Give me a perception test.
I am good at that. Yes. Not advantage. There we go.
Hope you actually did well. You did okay.
You think that she slid off at some point during the surgery, and it's possible that she's around. It's not like there's an easy way to get out of the prison. You could go get her. She did seem interested. She seemed a bit distracted after going to the library, and she seemed pretty interested in some of those books.
It seems like we're on a time limit.
I mean, it's not going to take you more than like 5 minutes to go get a person on this floor, and that's not going to be an appreciable shift in the world state. If you like spent another short rest,
I didn't know if I knew exactly where she went.
You
Like specifically her, I didn't know.
With a 14, you think she slipped towards the center of this floor. And there's only like one room particularly of interest towards the center, and that's the place where you sack the Citadel Warden. Unless she's just going to check out a random prison cell.
Is she?
I guess I will go and try to find her and at least just like let her know like, hey, this is where we're going.
Alright, yeah, so
and try to gauge her
you head where she
interest or lack thereof.
Yeah, so you head where you think that she should be. You find her in this room with the crystal that had been powering the defenses of this place. Yeah, it is struggling tonight. Sorry. What is it not? Is it really not going to let me click it? I've tried every layer.
It's Echo Lara, that's her last name, right?
Acalaris, yes. Okay.
Acalaris.
Okay, I fucked up. It was actually this layer. Yeah, so you see her with this strange crystal pointed down towards the eye, spinning over it, almost threatening to descend inwards and stab down, like some sort of terrifying optometrist tool suspended over this purple shimmering eye. Abrota, notes you walking in. Gloomy kind of growls at her, and
why does I guess I'll ask Gloomy in my mind first, like, why are you mad at her now?
Lumi kind of growled at her like the last time she saw her. She's been a little bit standoffish.
Oh, okay. So it's
crest.
not terribly.
Big Willie Wednesday is using a 20 strength steel toe boot to kick Shin in the nuts. Shin, can you make me a dex save real quick?
What?
I don't know. I assumed I assumed Big Willie Wednesday was someone you knew, but it occurs to me all of our names are on the overlay, so this could just be first time chat.
Fuck you.
Can I kick him in the nards too?
No, Hiroshi has the step of the wind.
All right, so there's PVE, there's PvP, now there's PvC, player versus chat.
Player versus chat content.
You never win against chat. No, don't do it.
Oh, you never win, but that doesn't mean that you still can't try.
That's
So
true.
Abrota sort of chortles as she sees you entering the room. She's like, "Oh, why, hello there. I'm just appropriating this for a moment." And she like snaps her fingers. You see a terrifying twist of purple-green light ping down through the tip of this artificial crystal, shoot into the eye, and a green glow sort of overtakes it. A strange mist and a strangeness that you can only describe as something closer to the grave than the air around you overtakes this eye, and you see a swimming shimmer of distant lands, and then familiar ones. A road you once walked with Kabancho, a city you left together. She says, Actigoros. But what's this? She flies. She sees the brilliant gold and teal colors over the city, and then, in the distance, a border. A different banner, and she says, my Iscadonia, it is sundered. Oof. The petty musings of mortals and their squabbles. Don't worry. She reaches out her hand as if though to stroke the grand libraries and senate buildings and arenas of this gorgeous city on the coast, proud and mighty Actigoros. And she says, you will be mine again. I never forget my property. And she sort of looks up at you again and says, oh, yes. I'm sorry, were you looking for something?
I think you need an adult, Lonnie.
Not very sus at all.
I think you need an adult. Perhaps
I
two.
am an adult.
Ah.
I was
Of
just
course.
looking for you to just let you know that we're about to go and meet the people in charge, and I didn't know if you were interested in coming with us.
Well, I would love to have a word with the management. I have not enjoyed my stay in this particular place, and I think that they owe me a very long, drawn-out apology. She, waves at the crystal, right? And it pops down to, like, regular size. Or not regular size.
Like
smaller
the
than its
small
normal
size.
Yeah, like the small size.
I was like, oh, regular size. Okay, guess this is how we die.
And yeah, it just expands to crush the room. Yeah, and a sort of like strange like mist settles over it, and you just get the vaguest feeling like somebody who's charmed by a Brota wouldn't see it if they walked in this room. You're not sure why. Anyway, she again to you floats over towards you and says, "Well, well, lead forth. From whence do we sally forth?"
And Lonnie is just going to kind of pretend she saw nothing and just lead her back to the group.
You didn't see nothing. Yeah, okay, so you return with a Barota in tow. I'm going to have to drop you off in a random cell. Oh no, you tripped and fell in prison. Nah, I just can't move it all at once.
Tripped and died.
Um,
Shit. What will you do?
Actually, no, I guess I can figure out when. Yeah, I'll just do research later. Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, so
Let's keep her on our good side for now.
yeah, so you got the whole group stanced up, right?
Oh, the pretty lady's joining us.
Yeah, she like smiles and gives like a very demure wave and says, "Ah, yes, a little sortie for this soiree. I'm very much looking forward to seeing all the sights from the peak of this place."
Yes. Let's go.
If you
As
would do
the
the
wise-
honors, and she sort of like nods to Zion.
Yeah, as the wise claptrap would say. And open.
Oh my God.
I'm
I
also
wish
just
there were
realizing that
What's a claptrap?
I'm also just realizing that I've either like I've changed the tide of this battle in some way. I feel like now did I do it in our favor or neither of our favor? We're gonna see, I guess.
Yeah, so you again
I swear
step
to
out
God.
into this windy void, and you see, as if though, you know, like an evocative, cloudy escalator into the heavens, there forms up this stairway, billowing to rise. You see lights and flickers of haired faces in the distance, shooting through the void. The jailbreak warden steps forward, dutifully. Abrota, to Lonnie floats, but everyone else elegantly saunters forth. Glinda kind of takes off like a quarterback, rushing up with a guttural cry, and Iskander
fucking-
is not far behind, snaking with his tripartite tail contorted
He
into
is ready to
legs.
go right now. You're ready to go right now.
Yeah, so basically, everybody ascends each in their turn, I'm assuming.
Lonnie also just wants to ask really quick, like, do you guys are you guys going? Well, she's gonna look specifically at Zion and Roche. Like, are you two going to be okay? Do you not have anything? I don't know. You guys just still look a little bit.
I am
is-
completely fine. Thumbs up.
I'm at the best.
You have one more potion sign. Just use it.
Uh-huh. Yep, I'm completely fine.
Maybe take that out of your bag. Come, hey.
Just a friendly out of character reminder that I believe a potion is an action to use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
just
completely fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this time to power up my temp HP real quick.
okay. Now you're completely fine.
He's completely
Completely
fine.
Completely fine. Alright, so the whole group ascends. And yeah, you guys step up and up again. It is a swirling of the winds. There is a white cloudy realm that breaks and gives way to chaos as many throats cry out in battle, chaos, war, victory, defeat, surprise. General bedlam ensues as two squadrons of the heirs of Osor rush forth from your side, screaming, "In the name of Osor, the Hammer-Bearer wills it! Fall, ye righteous, and turn to our side!" As they rush forward, resounding smites upon their weapons, and just absolutely break in all directions. Scrambling wizards and agents and torturers attempting to escape turn to their weapons, fling spells, and blade and steel. A minotaur roars, beating their chest, swinging their axe to be caught against the plate and shield of an heir, be taken lowly in the shin. A pulse-pustule goes in a terrifying, meaty fashion in the background of the battle.
What? Those are still there?
Yeah, there were a few around.
Do we still have the rod?
I don't know.
Yes,
it's
Gander
standard.
does.
Yeah, Scandus does. So you see across from the control crystal people who you've seen before. One most terrifying to most of you.
Are we supposed to be able to actually see a control crystal or?
Yeah, hold on. Oh shit! I haven't put you. And then you
I
saw
was-
the map.
Oh! Crystal, I see.
Gameplay.
Oh.
Calm
Shit,
Shit, this
down.
I was like, where are these heirs of Osor? What?
Yeah.
I was enjoying the description.
You see, you see a mighty, baleful Zweihander in her hands. It glints, almost speaking to your hearts, an envious song that ensorcels some part of your spirit, your mind, into you, Tento. She burns bright in your vision. And she cries out, "Today is the day you shall meet your woe, you fools! Have you come to seek the spider's fate for yourselves? Come! I can take you all! Grief and Boo does not fear the shade of some petty rubble." And, Tento, you practiced your breathing techniques earlier. Are you using them?
Yeah.
Okay. You step through. You guys noticed that Tento's blades were glinting strangely earlier. He steps through, keeping his concentration, energy flowing. Now a bright, acrid hue. This deathly aura seeking to drain all that you are to gaze upon it. In Tento's hands, and the light burns 10 times hotter. As Tento himself, his eyes blazing in the light, pupils overtaken by the biting image, enter Hell's harmony with grief and boon, as is almost like a great and sonic song dance between the two of them around the command crystal, its gray form shimmering with green hellish notes. She tilts her Zweihander at him, leans forward, and says, "I see you've sought a new patron, thief. Come." Show me what you've learned. And with that, you've all taken in the woman who killed your friend Kabancho. But also, you witness Jensen, the torturer, with a terrifying brand in hand. Orochi, this is a man who was beaten and whipped and branded your body for years. But then, beyond and above it all, Orochi, the din of battle, chaos, commands, lamentations, all shrink out. As if though there is nothing in this world. Thank you, White Lion Asshole. But a single man. You see first the glint of his metal ear, and then a new milky liquid to the whites of his eyes, a silver hue there, and an amber glaze over the pupils. Orzamizer. But not the Orzamizer as you knew him. This Orzamizer, riven with strange veins, pulsing body, horn robes, needles, incantations, and eldritch vessels discarded by the observatory seat. This, Orochi, is Orzamizer Ascendant. Your tormentor, the architect of your ruin and demise, the man for whom you have so much hatred. And he looks at you as if though he has just seen a piece of trash on the street, and turning up his nose, he says simply, "Another discarded experiment."
Oroshi's speechless.
We hear him all the way over there.
You guys might not, but Orochi, like, in a White House acoustics ass bend of the world, focuses his entire existence on this enemy.
I like that.
You get a close up on his fucking mouth as it just, and you see Oroshi's eyes like speechless. Yeah. So the immediate thing that happens here is that Glinda, beats her chest, gives out a mighty roar. Some of the glass and metal of the floor begin to shatter, and she sprints forward. Abrota, you guys don't really... If you look at her, you might think she's clinging near the wall. She's just fucking flying upwards. And she seems kind of interested in the chimeras. Yeah, you got time to cast a guidance. Everybody else... So, like, initiative is going to happen, and I didn't know if I had improperly signaled this, but this is a boss fight. Your two general melees...
What?
If you would like to
It
interact with them, such as by commanding the pulse pustule using the rod, or some shit like that, you could do so, but I will not be running every single one of these NPCs' actions, because we're not going to be here for the next 12 hours, right? Generally speaking, the enemies out of formation are presently in play, and the chimeras are not yet, but you do notice somebody, wearing what appears to be a cork cap of some sort, Editar the Beastmaster cracks a vicious, spiked, and harshly lacquered whip and says, "Ah! All of you! Get down here! Whoosh, whoosh. It's time to fight! Come, my lovelies! Eat them alive!"
I already have regrets. Why didn't I ritual cast Speak with Animals?
I'm sorry. But yeah, so as that happens, and the noise returns in the din of battle, I would take it in order of camera here, just to ask, like, what's going down in these, like, first seconds and where you're breaking for. You can move about a movement's worth from where you pop out of the portal before action begins. Lonnie, what you doing?
Lonnie thought she didn't terribly care about who actually killed Kabancho, and was like, had to, like, it was survival of the fittest technically. But then after hearing how she actually talked about him, well, like it's like it was war, and it wasn't anything like it wasn't necessarily personal. It was like it happens. Like our group has killed people, but it wasn't. Okay, except for Orochi, a lot of the times it wasn't personal.
What?
But like after hearing about how she talked about it, and
calling out both my
It's like-
characters like that?
She's
Diana?
talking shit. She talks shit. I mean, she was trying to get out of here. You guys caught her up, and now she's an Illrigger of envy.
Yeah.
She pointed her Zwyander and she's talking shit.
But yeah, like after hearing how she actually how she talked about Kabancho and stuff like that, like, you know what? Never mind. Lonnie might actually be at least a little mad.
So,
Pinto's
Damn,
just
I
very
feel
confused by what she means by
Twice.
patron.
well, you do notice,
All he did was
Pento,
eat something.
when you gaze into her blade, you see a song that speaks to your eyes, to your vision. And when you look in her eyes through the gray crystal, you see a reflection of a need for what she has, matched by her desire to take all that you are. Between them, a beautiful song begins to etch its way into the lobes of your very brain, felt more gutturally in your body than heard through the drums of the ear. Song of envy. So yeah, so Lonnie's getting
Don't
pissed.
mind that.
Lonnie's getting pissed. Lonnie, are you gonna? You're thinking you're gonna hold this position for the moment, though.
Oh, we can move?
You can get up to one move. You can't take any other action, but you can move up to one movement, non-sprinted, to place yourself for the beginning of the fight. In the same way that the
Okay,
Heirs of
and-
Osor and everybody kind of got to step off the line.
Yeah. Just to confirm, this group and this group seems, at least for the most part, occupied with each other.
They are. I will literally throw down an outline. These are engagements. Yes, they are occupied with one another, and whatever the conclusion of their fight, it will likely not happen until yours is over. And the Heirs of Osor
Okay.
did not come to play. They're pretty tough, and they're probably going to do a good job. Everybody outside of
Okay.
there could put, and if you want to do, like, it's possible you could drag an Heir of Osor into the fight, or the Pulse Pustule into the fight. But by default, they will not join the
Yeah.
fight of their own accord. They need to be ordered to or dragged out.
Even with ops or anything, like if you would
Yeah,
they
no,
off
they
us?
no. Like if you run
Okay.
right by this Minotaur guard is busy trying to kill the Heirs of Osor and like
Okay.
pop them open like a tin of
That's what I was making
sardines.
sure.
Yeah.
Then yes. How reckless is Lonnie right now?
How reckless is Lonnie? You're in the area. This is a great domed area. Massive telescope, metal dome above you. The brass of the brass eye clear. And the chimeras in their roosts above you beginning to stir. What do you do? How reckless do you feel when the woman who killed your friend speaks so?
She doesn't look like she's about to run though, right?
Roll me insight.
I will at least move there. That was like 25 feet of movement.
I mean, she's pointing a blade and talking shit. You would assume she's here to fight.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I wish I
Okay,
rolled a 20.
then yeah, Lonnie is just going to station up here, but she is she's definitely looking at the tiefling over there.
Alright, pop your initiative as Zion. Where would Zion step to as all of this goes down?
I guess the nearest target. It is 30 feet.
Yeah, you step right off and you are upon this eye agent. Rapier in one hand, stiletto in the other. It kind of gives you a sup nod, as if to say, didn't expect to die like this when I signed up to be a spy.
Okay.
One cares not for your pettiness, for your words.
If you put down your weapon, I won't hurt you.
I've told people that before.
Oh.
Did-
Did you keep your
Did
word?
it work? Did it work?
He lets that one hang. He might answer that 6 seconds from now, but
He's not serious, right?
So he knows exactly how this works. He puts down his weapon and he gets to live. Perfect. Not many people seem to know that.
Why do people think I'm lying to them when I say that? I just don't get it.
Finally, someone who understands.
Just like that train of thought. Well, that's good. Sorry.
So, and yeah, so some events in the battle will occur at initiative 0. That's just, and that will include. We're just gonna move at a leisurely 1. This will happen before round events.
Sure, you're not gonna move.
And well, no, so Darren, yeah, so Darren, is that where you want to run up to, Darren?
Yes.
Alright, so you run up to there, and then yeah, Shin. I mean, are you just like speechless after that happened?
I am speechless, but you said we can have one move action. Do we have to use it to move?
Ooh, you mean you want to charge up?
Yeah, can I charge up with my move
Yeah.
action?
I'll let you charge up because that is it's a move thing. Or at least I'll let you spend the movement part of that. Is it just mention your movement? I think it is actually. Yeah. Point is,
I think it's more thematic that I
yeah,
portal up here. I just stare at Ores Miser.
and
I
you
don't
start,
move, and I just instantly start charging up.
Yeah, he looks at you, you know, as if though gauging you and finding you unworthy. As you gather your power about yourself, although you do note a twinge of something unfamiliar in his gaze when the lightning begins to spark up around you and the wave burns so intently about your form. He's never seen you do that before. Did it surprise in his eye? Yeah. So, I think that's everything. And the battle begins with a as something rocks the whole Brass Eye Citadel. You don't know whether or not the heirs of Osor have stopped shooting their siege weapons, but that impact sounded pretty heavy. It is Irdatar's turn, and he may. Oh shit! Yeah. It's kind of important to know when Glinda the Green, aka Glinda the gonna steamroll the fucking enemy, is gonna act. This is a pretty important part of this encounter.
What? We don't need her. Oh my god, that Beastmaster though, that's not good.
Yeah, so this guy's actually about to make a roll that could completely fuck you guys. Or not matter at all. So I hope you're all very excited to find out which way this goes. Because I am. So here's how this goes, right? Irdatar, says to me, my beasts. It makes an animal handling roll. Oh.
Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, I real wish I thought to ritual cast that shit.
So here's how this works, right? How well he does impacts how many of his chimeras join the fray. When he does and says this, you see the northern 2 chimeras, like, perk up and step forth to the edge of their roost. They have now joined the fray at his initiative order.
Next round, or like they can
Yeah, that
start
doesn't
doing
matter.
shit this round?
Next round. But, yeah, he's driving them on as his action. He's not getting any closer to this mess than he has to be. Hold on, did I not roll Grief and Boon's initiative? So weird.
She is welcome to go at 0.
I agree.
Alright, so yeah, sorry I'm taking a second here, but okay, initiative 9.
It's good.
Not too fast.
It's a lot to
Alright,
set up.
so
Our def can wait.
so it is Iskander's turn. Iskander is a reptile man with a reptile plan, which is to say he fucking dashes past all of this shit, blade hands out, bum rushing towards the Orzmiser, very clearly going for the throat. Orzmiser's gaze switches to Iskander with something that could be concern, or perhaps just appraisal. It is an eye agent's turn. The eye agent is gonna try and stab Zion, the mighty Warforged, towering over the goblin agent. I already had it out. I'm silly. Yeah, he's gonna give you the poisoned rapier, poisoned dagger double feature. The blade goes like, you know, when the rapier like stab somebody in fencing, it can like bend. Go like ba-doing! As it fails to find purchase in a groove on Zion's body. He's like, well, if it's not there, he twists around quickly and rams his dagger home between two plates. There's a audible pneumatic, as you see blue runes glowing under Zion's chassis as they get a lucky forceful blow up into you. Make me a con save.
Oh, I have advantage. My bad.
My bad. Sorry, I gave you false hope. So what? Just 1 poison damage?
Oh yeah, because you're also resistant.
That.
Glad you're the one going up against them.
Being made out of metal does help against poison, though, surprisingly.
Well, I mean, if you
Is
go by
that surprising?
Pokemon rules, he should actually be immune.
I mean, he took 1 damage. He might as well be immune.
Yeah. So you take the piece. So the dagger like does like physically fuck up like the chest chassis plate, but it actually doesn't do any meaningful damage to Zion. The eye agent is gonna hold here for the moment. Orochi, it is your turn. Powered up, gazing across the field. Ors Miser Ascendant, gazing upon Iskander, almost without a care in the world. What do you do, Orochi? What do you do?
So, I'm going to spend my movement again to make a second charge. I'm gonna
Ooh.
scream, Glinda, duck.
Oh shit!
Because she is technically directly between me and Horsemiser.
She leans into a tuck and roll as you say that. She's a very agile combatant.
And I do a composite blast
Oh.
of wind and lightning.
The wind comes at him. He sees the lightning, and you see his brow shoot up 10 times too far. Something catches his throat. He almost stretches back as it strikes dead center of his body before he can summon anything to deflect this. Give me that damage, that sweet, sweet damage. Holy fucking shit.
Bludgeoning and
There
lightning.
you go.
Yeah,
There you
that sounds
go.
appropriate.
There you go.
I'm gonna need to know what part of that is lightning.
It's gonna be half and half.
Okay. 21 is an
So-
odd number. We always
Let's just
round it
say 20.
down.
Let's say 11 bludgeoning and 10 lightning.
Yeah, okay, so
'cause
11
I did start
bludgeoning.
with wind first, so.
And then you know the lightning does more as he reels from a shot right above his nipple. Ah! His abdomen exposed, raw. You see the flesh and blood from the scorching there begins to boil up through the char of this cauterized wound, and it's trying to mutagenically grow up out of him, but it fails because his body rejects the lightning, and the bioelectrical rhythms being already overclocked by the mutagenic growth cause him to grab at his chest and wrench, as what should be healing him instead harms him further.
Oh shit.
Huh. That's interesting.
So, yeah, that's the fucking that's the
Orochi
fucking
yelled
lightning
that.
blast. Glinda shouts, "Good shot!" as she continues to rush forward.
Yeah, Orochi doesn't make any vocal response. You just hear the howl of his wind, and that would be my turn.
All right.
I feel like this is like somehow poetic that he's weak to that.
I'm
Alrighty.
sure it was unintentional.
I gotta
right,
put on my
Lee?
George Lucas cat ears. It's like poetry. But yeah, so Lonnie, it is your turn. Chaos unfurls, the howling of the winds. The chimeras stand up to begin fighting. What do you want to do?
I did not actually think about my pathing at all.
Mm.
Fuck, what is Lumi's health at?
Is Lumi hurt?
Yeah, she is.
Did she not get a short rest? Does she not have hit dice to roll? Does
She
have hit dice
does.
to roll? Okay.
She rolled. She's
Yeah,
rolled
she's
dice.
gotten hurt a lot from this.
She's rolled
Lumi's
dice,
going
like, I think,
to-
like twice this adventure.
No, I actually roll her pretty frequently.
Oh,
I
Jesus Christ.
disengage with Lumi.
Alright, so you disengage with Lumi.
Which I need to change this
You
marker.
rush in, you come upon Grief and Boone, who levels the sword,
Yeah.
snarls, and says, "You're not even worth the bounty money. I'm just going to enjoy killing you to see the look on your wolf's face before I make her my pelt."
You say you did-
There's a very delayed, a very delayed reaction of like her
As Lumi translates that, it's like that.
I like that.
and she's like constantly on a delay with reactions. Shillelagh
Translate,
and
trying to be polite about translating insults.
Although Lumi probably growls at her first. And I'm going to whack her first. Oh yay!
That is a
I
solid
really hope
bonk.
a 24 hits.
Yeah,
Please
yeah,
tell me a
20
24.
24
Yeah,
hits.
you're all max damage too. Nice.
Oh shit! Is that really my max damage? God, I suck.
All right.
And Lumi bites.
You bonk for a full 12. Yeah, she takes it, whack across
And
the face.
Lumi has pack tactics, although does actually I guess it might matter with the crit.
Okay, so she has advantage.
Pack
That is-
tactics.
that is going to matter. So
Oh, huh.
as she comes in for the blow, something seems to almost spite her advance. As her attack roll has 3 subtracted from it. If that had been a 17, it would now be a 14? I'm bad at math. It would miss.
14.
But
Huh.
a 20 is going to come down to a
Good girl,
17
Lumi.
and still hit, as you manage to bite despite her envious interdiction. Dealing a clean 9 piercing. Grief and Boone then makes her strength save to remain standing, and she should have, Lumi gores her fucking leg, tears a bit, and then Grief and Boone just looks down and says, "You really thought bringing your mangy mutt to fight a knight of hell could end any other way? Pathetic." So yeah, that's your turn.
Yes, it is. And hey, Kabasha, look, Lumi did care enough for you to hit for you.
Aww. It is Orzmiser Ascendant's turn. Orzmiser looks at Iskander, acknowledging his presence. And he's going to just kind of blow up one hand, a billowing half-torn sleeve, flowing alongside it, and pop 2 defying bolts towards him. For a grand total of 19 acid, as the struck foe, as Iskander tries to marshal his mind to remain on the ground. Damn, and Iskander has like a +7 to this. Yeah, Iskander just
Damn.
starts to fly 10 feet off the ground, unable to move further. And Orzmiser is going to advance 15 feet to the south, ruffling up what remains of his robes, hatred burning in his eyes now. Clearly, some sort of anger has been awoken, and he just says, "We'll finish them right here." It's Glinda's turn. Glinda is gonna, get into the mix with this torturer. who I also don't think is on the initiative tracker. I'll give him like a 2.
It's okay. They don't need to be there, Lee. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Lee, you
Um,
made no mistake whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't.
She
need to
brings
be there.
2 cusps of fists. Pop, pop. Holy shit, if only she'd had a, advantage on that one.
Woo.
A blazing light of a northern star alongside her blows. 666 on the damage. As she just gives him the works, megaloboxing him. He's stuttering, bloodied, spitting out teeth, trying to barely hold his own, hold his weapon up as some crude prop between them, not even properly wielded. And she, that's...
And I wish I stayed in flanking. I just also didn't want to get
Does
flanked.
she make
It's-
Does she make the noises too when she punches?
No. So it is.
No, not that one. The other
was-
rapid punching noises.
It's Tento's turn. Tento, the field is unfurling into a cacophony of violence, and the song of envy flowing through your blades attracts you to Grief and Boon as if though a magnet. You want what she has, and yet also you recognize her, the fellow traveler. The song burning your brain sings from her heart. Hell's
I mean, were
harmony
you not gonna
dances
try to
between
murder
you.
her already?
A duet
As I
of
was
the
saying, I was
souls.
definitely gonna try to kill her already. So this is already. It just,
This
no.
works out.
Yeah, this works out at the end for me. I don't know about her, but it works out for me. So I'm gonna go there.
Oh, I
That'll
should have
be
given you flanking on the other
movement.
side. Damn.
Then bonus action dash. Whoop. Is that okay? Can I make that movement?
Yep, you're sliding around.
Actually, can you
Well,
even
so
make
you
it to the-
so you cannot quite make it through the. Well, you can slide around the crystal. You slide around the base of the crystal. Yeah, you can make it.
Whoop, whoop.
You run up behind. You are a halfling after all.
A halfling.
Yeah. So Tento, you're in a flanking position on Grief and Boon.
Fuck her up.
Yeah, and as you bring out the blade, this blade shines pure with envy. Its damage is greater, its strike firmer, and yet part of the damage doesn't seem to matter to her. So you deal
No.
8 and then 12 from the sneak. Yeah, so she's pretty fucked up. What are you gonna do next? Is that your turn?
That is all my stuff.
That you bonus
actually.
to dash? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So Grief and Boon is going to look around you. Look around her, I should say. And she throws down a seal upon Lonnie. I really wish I had the biting eye emoji uploaded like I did for that other game.
Is this this isn't... I mean, I don't know if I would know, but this isn't the same thing that got put on Cabancho, right? Or would I even know, because I did not
You-
experience it firsthand.
You watched her do something, and she does the same thing, and you feel
Okay.
like there's an eye upon you, an evil eye in its gaze, desiring what you have, a seal of envy. Perhaps this is the fate Cabancho met with. Something similar happened. She is gonna proceed to swing her Baleful's Zweihander once at you. A 12 will not be hitting unless I'm very poorly informed about your AC.
You see, actually, Lonnie decided to toss her shield and toss her armor.
Yeah,
Actually, I
before the
think
fight.
even then she can't hit.
Yeah, your dex is too high. She then swings again.
Oh
Well,
no, my
that one-
dex
that one
is
definitely
shit.
is.
So what do you?
My charisma. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do about that one?
I guess take it, because there's really not
She
much
swings
else I
her
can
blade
do.
too wide. You clutch at yourself like, fuck. Okay, it was a heavy miss, and then she swings her blade with a vile grin, and she puts her whole body into torquing this Zweihander back to strike you dead center. The cut sends a flame up to your brain as you take 12 and 1 damage.
Yes. Goodbye, my remaining health. Or half my remaining health.
So yeah, that is Grief and Boon's turn because she is out of what we in the business like to call action economy. Unless there is something that I am forgetting. No? That's a bonus action.
Oh, by all means, please forget it.
Oh wait, she has action surge.
It is a Citadel Warden's turn.
Oh wait, she has legendary actions.
The Citadel Warden turns. First, she pops a corrosive bolt towards Zion as a glob of acid flies towards our favorite Warforged, who takes a double dose at 3 and 2 acid splashing across it.
Alright.
Then the Citadel Warden comes up behind Lonnie and Lumi into a flanking position and unleashes a wave. A 5-foot wave. Yeah. So, this is a dex save on all within 5 feet, but like Lumi's doing the dodging, so I'm pretty sure it would just be Lumi's save here. That's a wave of acid like falls out on the floor around her. It's like rushes towards you. You take no damage from that.
Cool.
The Citadel Warden
Yes.
is in a flanking position on you. Zion, it's your turn. And Zion, the Jailbroke Warden goes on your turn. Did I give you access to that sheet? I might not have. I can correct that. Post haste.
I don't see anything.
Alright, in Player's Journal, 210. Bam. Okay. NPCs, Brass Eye Citadel, 3F, Stone Warden. If that had been
Cool.
Stone Warden, it'll come up for you.
Yes. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's your turn. You got the Jailbreak Warden here with you. What's the play? What's the move?
That wasn't nice. I thought you were gonna. Okay, never mind.
You tried, Zion. That's what matters, alright? You asked and you're denied. You
Yeah.
could have done nothing more.
It's time to beat some face.
Damn!
Yeah, you megalo box this fool with a absolute golf putter of an uppercut into his goblin shin. You smash him hard on his handsome jawline and then crack him with the backhand for insult to the injury. He's bloodied, he's fucked up, he's got a bruised jaw and a black eye.
And then temp HP.
The Iron Man blue pours up from your core and heartens you.
Alright, Stone Warden. It's your turn.
Make Papa proud.
Jailbreak Warden comes in on the Eye Agent for a slam. That is a hit. Give me the damage.
Jesus Christ.
Knock him to
Jesus.
0 with a single
We are so
stone
lucky we had that
fist.
whip.
Knocking him the fuck out.
Yeah.
It is Jensen the Torturer's turn.
I would like to move the Warden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Here we go.
We're playing tic-tac-toe
Advantages for everyone.
Tic-tac-toe over here.
Advantage for you. Well, Glinda's feeling a little left out right now,
Torturer
actually.
pulls up an arcane brand and attempts to drive it into her flesh, but he misses terribly. He is then going to try and run.
She is a pretty intimidating unit right now.
Yeah, Glinda just sort of gives him a fist as an op and misses.
Wow.
She needed that advantage.
Pulls back around to here and gets behind Tento.
Yes, even more advantages.
Oh my
Like
god.
conga line
this
It's
is
just a
stacking
line
up.
of.
Alright, so what you're saying is that I come here and just hit everyone.
You guys,
Zion, Zion,
Yeah, all of us just like
All of
regular action to sidestep, and then we all sidestep in a row. She just like
Yeah.
bulldozes us.
battle, chaos, shooting. We see Orochi popping lightning blasts, and then we pan up to see Abrota gently cupping and caressing the mane of this chimera as she whispers sweet nothings in its ear, and it appears rather charmed by that.
Oh,
Sounds
so that's
familiar.
her type.
And
What's that supposed to mean?
she just kind of, like, casually points down on the battlefield to the north, and the chimera perks up as if though prepared to leap. she descends down and looks out across the battlefield. And she wonders who she'll pick next. It is the 0th turn. You guys hear a whistling as if though of something coming through the air, whistling, winding down. Oh god, where is this gonna land? Alright, hold on.
We know where it's gonna land. Right into that
Quadrant 3?
group.
Who's in Quadrant 3?
Two.
We're all good at dodging, right?
Is that how I'm gonna count it? Yeah, sure.
This
So-
thing is a perfect circle, so if you roll a 4, there's 4 quadrants. That just goes
So,
in my head.
you guys hear a cracking. Rubble falls, debris lands, and crushing down, you see the venerable Boulder Sama cracking the ring
What the
and,
fuck?
and jostling the command crystal. As
So when are we gonna meet the Boulder Kami?
the day will come.
And then
Okay.
Sensei's first.
Boulder Sensei height. Yeah. The debris begins to fall from the ceiling. Everybody make me a deck save.
What the fuck?
Yes. Dex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Lumi, you got this.
11, sorry.
So, there is from assorted debris, 4 bludgeoning falling. If you got a 13 or higher, you don't take the damage. If you didn't get a 13 or higher, you did take 5 bludgeoning damage. So I'm gonna put that on some people who got scuffed.
5 or 4?
Sorry, it's 4.
That's fine. I thought I was gonna do worse.
Skander's unfortunately kind of floating in the air at the moment.
So he just gets automatically smacked. He's just floating
Smacked up.
and it's just a rock.
Floating
smacks
in
him
the air,
face.
smacked up by some rocks. Not a good time to be him. And Tara's like cracking up, like ah, and then like a rock falls on the whip. He gets stuck. He tries to pull it out, then he gets smacked in the face. Like he has to pull back up his cork cap.
I have a very important
T-
question.
Tana looks very confused. Is that Boulder-kun?
Yes, Shin.
Boulder-kun, you've grown!
How thick is Boulder Solana?
Boulder Sama is an incredibly thick, at least like, I guess if we're ignoring the edges, like a 10-foot by 10-foot cube, but then it's like actually a boulder, so it's rounder than that, but about that large.
So,
Oh, so he's 3
Boulder
Cs.
Sama is in between me and Orzmiser.
Correct.
Have I lost line of sight?
You have.
Damn it, Boulder Sama. Why you gotta be so thick?
Hey, you don't talk to Boulder-kun like that. Or Boulder-sama like that.
Alright, so is Erdatar's turn. Erdatar, the first thing he's gonna do is say, "To me, my beasts," and try and rouse more of them. He plays his flute. Okay. One other Chimera is joining the fray. This isn't good for you. These 2 Chimeras
Thanks,
pop down, with their wings and their mouths all flared out and flanged. One of them comes right up to this delectable morsel that's right above them, and just gives a chomp. Alright, come on, Chimera, come on, Chimera, come on, Chimera. How many times can I say that? Come on, Chimera, come on, Chimera, come on, Chimera, come on, Chimera. Okay, it tries to bite, it tries to horns, it tries to claw.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Only the horns hit.
Scanner's AC.
It gores him a little with a bludgeon. And no, Pat, that's not what I said. Iritar is beginning to arrange himself behind one of his lovely chimeras. And the chimera looks like it's about to go in on Tento before Iritar is like looking at the battlefield. It's like he's like, "Stay here, my lovely." As if though, kind of getting ready to saddle up. It's Skander's turn. Iskander is going to whip out his Mind Blade and strike down with it. 15 strikes the intelligence of a Chimera and delivers a shuddering 8 psychic damage as it stabs into the eye of the Chimera, and its snake tail flips, its wings flutter, it lets out a lion's half roar, half whimper, as its very mind is struck with a pain. It is an Eye Agent's turn, and the Eye Agent is down for the count. It is Oroshi's turn. Orochi, Boulder Sama has blocked your line of sight on Orzmiser Ascendant. What are you doing?
Yep, I'm gonna have to move, not charge up and do what I wanted to do, and spend. Actually, I could sit in charge, but no. I'm gonna do a lightning blast.
All right, you pop the lightning blast upon Orzmiser. That's 26 as a hit. That's a 15.
Lightning damage.
That's 15 lightning damage. You scorch his chest again.
Again.
And it does even more damage. He does not
Exact
attempt
same
to.
spot.
Yeah. No, it's like more like down towards the abdomen. He does not attempt to regenerate this time, realizing what it will do. From this damage type, at least. Orochi, that's your turn, I think.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Lonnie, you are stuck between a Citadel Warden and Grief and Boon. Falling command crystal, scattering debris. What are you gonna do?
It's fine. I'm just gonna whack her again. Oh, I get advantage this time.
Alright. Whack her, queen. Whack her. Whack her, queen. Whack her. Alright. So. You roll the 21, not the 16, because you are flanking with Tanta.
I have advantage because flanking.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're flanking with Tanta,
He's
yeah.
just confirming.
So you hit him. She takes 11 damage with a hard thud from the Eldergraph staff.
So I remember like with whatchamacallit? Follow up attack explicitly reads use a reaction to bite attack. I think that was from before claw attack was added. Do you want me to still use bite, or do I actually have the option between the two? For
I think that it's just you can use your reaction to make her do an attack.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which one. Okay,
I think you have your pick.
cool.
A
In
21.
case of a crit.
White Line Escrow, thank you for
No.
the 1,000 bits. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so...
Yay.
Wait, hold on, you attack twice?
I'm just seeing if I get a crit.
Oh, okay.
Also
Quick second.
advantage.
Yeah,
so,
So yeah, you deal 14 damage. She kind of winces under the advance of the damage. Beef and Boone, what's up? Yeah.
And Lumi is going to disengage and move down here.
Alright.
Actually. I mean, I'm sure she'll be able to get advantage again soon, but at least she has to move out of op range first. Okay, that's it now.
Alright, so it's Orzmiser Ascendant's turn, right? Orzmiser Ascendant does not like getting zapped. He doesn't like it one bit. He is going to monologue at Orochi.
Oh, of course.
You,
Why wouldn't he?
you
That marks
hermit,
him as the true villain.
you pathetic creature. I pulled you as a worm from the mud and gave you purpose, that stolen pendulum of mine. You could have been so useful, but instead you're another failed chimera. Gaze upon your betters, they line this roost. See how obedient and bloodthirsty they are as they consume every bit of your misguided directness. Coup. You should have stayed in the worm when you flew the coop. You mongrel. Make me a wisdom save.
Is he yelling that across the field?
Yeah, over the din
Okay.
of battle and the fall of rubble, he's yelling it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
just wanna make
let's
sure.
see that wisdom save.
Just to
Shin.
ask, is this trying to make you prone or for any reason?
It's not trying to make you prone. If you have Fear's filter on you, I think Fear's filter helps.
Hey! Nat 20.
Oh yes, actually, that's a good. So there's a bit menu, right? And on it, 1K is 2d6 healing. Thanks to White Lioness Girl, there's a heal incoming.
Wait, really?
Who?
Well, that's 'cause
Yeah, bless White Lioness Girl. Who wants the honors of rolling the 2d6?
I think
Do
Shin
you-
should do it.
Yeah, do you think you used up all your luck on that nat 20?
I
or...
believe in Shin.
I've been on a pretty good roll. I got 20
Alright.
plus on attacks.
Yep,
Pretty
go
decent
ahead.
on damage. And that
You
20
got
just
this,
now.
And when
I
it
think
matters,
you got
alright, let's see it, Shin.
Let's see it,
you said
Shin.
2d6?
Correct.
Alright, here's coming a 1 and a 1.
All right,
Go ahead.
everyone, every party member, so including Lumi, but excluding the jailbroke warden, gets 7 HP.
Don't worry.
A.
Oh, poor
right?
Warden.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that we should have made them part of the party.
A blessed royal of energy overcomes you, and healing seeps forth from Glinda. Yeah. So it's Or's Miser's turn, right?
He monologued. Yeah.
You
Quick,
monologue-
we need to do the right.
Monologuing is a bonus action in this instance.
Oh.
Yeah. So
That would be. It'd be pretty funny if that was his main action.
That'd be pretty great.
Uh-huh. Ooh, how unfortunate. So, Or's Miser raises a hand, snaps his fingers, and lightning forks forth. First, striking at Zion and Tento, then moving to strike at Lonnie and Lumi and Orochi and Glinda. As forked lightning dances forth from Or's Miser's hand.
You can fit all of us?
You're about to see the text.
Does the fact that Zion's basically a lightning rod make anything different?
Zion will probably take less damage.
Okay.
So I don't probably say this.
Yeah,
God,
so
I'm.
that's
So-
deck saves from everyone involved.
It does say up to 2 creatures.
Dang it!
Yeah, so it's
Is that-
it's up to 2 and then up to 2 from them. So he forks out to hit Tento and Zion, and then from Zion he
Okay, I
forks
see.
to hit
I will
Orochi
have
and
that.
Glinda, and then from Tento it forks to hit Lumi and Lonnie.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
So I just lost HP. We healed. It's fine.
15 lightning. Dang. Well, I mean, think of it this way: without the healing,
No,
you
it's
would've
good.
been-
I wasn't joking. It's fine.
Yeah. So that's Or's Miser's action. And
Half to which we round down so it's 7 half, right?
yeah.
yeah.
And I have.
Yeah, I don't know why I bothered putting on this HP.
I have it because of the coils and.
Yeah, so the
coils.
lightning dances across Zion's coils. Don't forget you're storing up that energy.
Mhm.
Or's Miser looks at this as if though, nonplussed. And then he just continues to open up his already torn robes. And he steps forward and he's getting closer, Orochi. Despite the fact that you keep shooting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's really walking towards Orochi now with Iskander dropping onto the Chimera and being stuck in their own engagement, right? It is
I like how you shifted his token into its mouth.
Glinda the Green is getting her turn.
How did Glinda do on that?
How did Glinda do on that? She actually has to roll. Yeah, she only
Dang,
taking half.
Glinda, you quit, girl.
She dances to the side.
I think she's just an absolute unit in general.
Yeah, she steps
How
up
come you're not
here,
this cool?
and Glinda actually from here reaches out her hand, and a vine whip dances forth towards the face of Citadel Warden once and then twice.
Wow.
Well, okay, the second one not a great outing, and the first one is also gonna miss. He's like, sorry guys, your
Casey
arms
jinxed it.
missing rods, you know. It's first
It's
time out.
understandable.
I'm saying that
Glinda.
she needs advantage. It's her fault for not taking it. She should have moved one step closer.
Indeed. So Tento, it's your turn, To. What do you want to do? The envy of your blades is dancing greatly.
I'm gonna stab her again.
All right.
Wait, advantage. Let me click that button.
Not bad, not bad. Not a crit, but not bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
That is booty.
that
it
is
enough,
a
though?
hit for 7, and so she's looking really damaged.
You can still go on attack though, don't you?
Yep.
Plus.
All right. So Grief and Boone is gonna try and make an envious interdiction physically cannot be enough.
Don't you dare bullshit your way out of death again.
Yeah, so she holds the 4 for use on a later attack or save. And yeah, so you strike her, I'm assuming literally with intent to kill. I don't think there's a way you could not.
Oh yeah, no. I definitely want her dead.
Yeah, you strike her. She kind of like falls, slumped to her knees, very badly wounded, and she kind of lets out a cry. Your vision goes blind with the envy of gazing upon her.
Oh,
It
my screen
is
went blurry for a second there.
amazing.
My screen actually went
Amazing.
blurry for a second there.
Almost when he heard me. All right, yeah. So that's your main. That's your off. Do you have any movement, or is that where you're standing?
Oh, she's down.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
but
is.
I don't have a disengage. Yeah, I'll just stand here. Bring Chimeras.
I mean, you can also move around it if you.
I don't think I want to move
though.
closer to Chimera.
All right, so he makes a death save, and it goes all right.
Imagine rolling a 20 there and getting back up again.
You know, she deserves it.
So the Citadel Warden is not very happy about seeing you guys give her the works, and is gonna give a corrosive bolt towards Tento.
But why? I've done nothing wrong.
And is now at this time up to a shimmering shield of a 10 ward.
Holy shit, that's scary.
It splashes you 4 or 5 acid. Is your armor magical?
Actually, I think it is. Isn't it that's cool silver armor?
Yeah, you're still wearing a Glazengrau chainmail armor. Mundane metal would have melted away, but instead, the Shirokage light chain links remain as the leather above burns away, and they are seen shimmering the light. The Citadel Warden curses, fetchers, and their filthy tricks. And
I'm stabbing you
You're wearing
next.
Kabancho's armor still.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was mine to begin with, so.
and then proceeds
Hold on,
to jolt volt at the Jailbreak Warden. A 16 doesn't hit.
Is she trying to reset him? By jolting
Yeah,
him?
yeah. You can turn it off and turn it on again. It's her philosophy. It is Zion's turn. Zion, what are you gonna do?
Well, Zion sees the big man to its right.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'll take a little walk. Give him a little bonk.
All right. He
19.
pops shield.
Okay.
With that, a hexagonal barrier pops up. Bring, your fist pops off.
that feel? How's it feel when Neil does that?
So that's how it feels like.
I like to think Zion just said that out loud. Huh. That's how that feels.
I regret to inform you that his AC after a +5 is 22.
Oh. All right.
Oh.
Well,
How's that feel?
I mean,
Yep.
with her more, yeah.
that's how it is. And temp HP.
Boing, you power back up. All right, yeah. So Jensen the Torturer.
But my jailbroken warden.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, Jailbroken Warrior gonna slam somebody, right?
Yeah.
Come on and jam, and welcome to the slam. Give me that damage. Holy shit!
27.
You're in the
Good
Citadel
God! Thank goodness you made this so you can go to other floors.
Yeah, 18 bludgeoning. Yeah, so that's a 10.
Yeah.
The ward is cracked and then shattered as the fist comes through for 8 damage. That to go tud against her shoulder blade.
Yeah, and another. Oh,
Oh my
Lord.
goodness.
Yeah, that's a hit. Give me that damage. 17.
Jesus.
Holy shit! Yeah, you
I
fucked
think
around
this-
gut.
I think the
Again,
warden
I am
got
so
this.
glad we had that whip. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these guys are gonna fuck you up. So Jensen,
They would have.
They did fuck us up.
Jensen is going to try to use the arcane brand against Tento. A 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. So
You were dueling
you are
on your
marked
AC's
for
gone up.
pain. Give me a con save to see if you're marked for pain.
Ooh.
Pass. A pass by 1. You're not marked for pain. Yeah.
My dick, bitch. I still
And
take,
Jensen seems to get a bit of a rush out of this. The flesh seer, and he puts the brain into you and burns at you, hurts you. That's Jensen's turn. It is Abrota's turn. Abrota has her Chimera dash into this fight. And then just, kind of like casually floats over. And she's really interested in like the Grief and Boon situation. Kind of like stepping up through the fight. Citadel Warden and
I
other
just
people
making a
like
leisurely stroll.
look towards her and like and then they seem like they're trying to like keep their mind like a bit slippery. And they don't really notice her that much. She does seem to walk up near Grief and Boon. She's not doing anything really yet. She had to dash to fly over here. But that's her turn.
Oh, you mean walk, right?
Oh yeah, she definitely looked like she walked and then just happened to like expertly fall, stroke roll kind of slowly.
How tall does she get in their eyes, I wonder?
Yeah, it looks like she's wearing some real platforms. The command crystal goes pure white and explodes. Give me a wisdom save, Lumi, Lonnie, and Glinda. I will be making Glinda's, of course.
Is this magical?
Yes, this is definitely magical in nature.
Well, first off, Lumi does not. Yeah, then. Oh gosh. Please don't do a lot.
So it's not a debris of glass. All of that shatters forcefully down upon the recess below. It does, however, deliver a psychic feedback, as 7 psychic damage is dealt to those who fail, and 3 to those who passed.
Damn, Casey.
Oh,
There's your
Lumi.
nat 20.
Oh,
Kai, we
Lumi.
need to do our nat 20s now.
Lumi's not looking too hot.
Yeah, she's like howling as a wolf. Not very happy. Uditar is noticing how bad things are. He's gonna spend a half his movement to mount up on the Chimera. Say to me, my beasts. Crack the whip again, give an animal handling. And 1 more joins the fight. This Chimera swoops down. And yeah, flies 60 feet. lands right behind Lonnie and Lumi, but then also comes up by Tento, right?
Oh, hi. Oh, shit. Hi.
The Chimera's tail attempts to... Actually, wait a minute. It doesn't have a tail attack. It tries to bite Lonnie.
How about you don't?
Do you have a way to not get
That
bitten?
hits.
Alright. 12 piercing.
I'm down.
Alright, let's see that first death save. Alright, not the result one might have hoped for. The Chimera then turns to Tento with a horn and a claw.
The horns hit.
The horns hit, going for 10 bludgeoning.
Have that.
Do I need to make a dex save to see if I fall out of the saddle, right?
I believe so.
I think. Not sure how to make one when I'm unconscious, but okay.
Idatar kind of like, you know,
Okay.
like spurs his mount upwards as he begins to take off. And you know, Aura's Miser is like, if you flee this place, I will ensure you not survive. Continue your battle, Beastmaster. And Idatar is like, I'm merely gaining tactical advantage. He cracks the whip down menacingly, but you know, he's taking off. This Chimera and Iskander are locked in engagement, mind against beast, cutting purple mind blade, jabbing at its sides. They are just, you know, paired off here. Iskander in the jaws of the foe. So that's what's happening over there. Orochi, it is now your turn.
Oroshi's going to spend his movement action to charge up and do another composite blast, taking 1 point of burn. So just that. 7. Oops. And as I'm charging up, I say, it's funny you mention worms, because I'm gonna fry you like one.
Ooh, good one.
God damn it.
And perhaps
Are you?
from the power of the line, you wind up overcommitting, and like the blast goes off incredibly powerfully into the ceiling, causing like, you know, metal bands to spark. Whereas Miser looks at
Man,
you
let's put a point
unimpressed.
of burn on this too.
He looks amused.
But yeah, that will be my action.
All
Or
right,
that'll be my turn.
is Lonnie's turn. So Lonnie, I'm assuming you're plotting Lumi's course.
Good thing you didn't pull a Cabancho.
And so Lumi disengages and is going to try to take cover. I don't think she understands how chain lightning works, but she's just gonna hope that the rock blocks it then.
All right,
I
so
guess will
she-
be her logic.
Yep. So it is Or's Miser's turn.
I guess she could have attacked, but whatever.
Oh, the Chimera?
No, it's no. never
Yeah,
mind,
she.
it's
I
fine.
think Lumi would retreat with Lonnie to cover. It's Or's Miser's turn. Oh no, oh no! I just realized something. Or's Miser's not gonna stop doing what he's gonna do though. Oh god damn it! Of all the places to be right now. Well, Or's Miser.
Zion, you gotta save me.
Or's Miser slams the ground, and the weave burns all around him in a 20-foot radius.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh fuck. Of all the results to get, so everyone in the 20-foot radius is to make me a strength save or take force damage.
is this like just a ground only thing, or is Lonnie
no,
dead?
the magical weave of this area has just ignited, and a crushing force has been released in a 20-foot sphere out from Or's Miser.
I don't think Lonnie can live then.
So, like, let me just be really sure you're within 20 feet here. Yeah, you are. I was gonna have an Air of Osor come save you on Glinda's turn, too. You are not presently dangerous to go alone for Alani. For that. Can Lumi make me a quick dex save, maybe? Okay, here's...
So Lumi also goes down.
Okay, here's what happens.
I don't even know why I made the strength save.
So Lumi's down, right? You're down. Force
Oh, I'm
all throughout
dead.
the area cracks, right? Here's what happens though. It starts at the epicenter, and Boulder Sama explodes into 3. One of Boulder Sama knocks Lonnie and Lumi out of the radius. Lumi is still down. You are still at 2 death saves, not failures, not 3. Due to the dangers to go alone. Boulder Sama is now rubble.
No, Boulder Sama. why
No, you just think that Boulder Sama has just
Yeah.
multiplied.
Yeah, Glinda turns to the south. You see there's a fight going on here. The Arizona are a bit fucked up. But she cries out and she says, save her, Paladin. You need her to win this war. And Erebosor turns around and says, It is the saint of the mountain, the sage. And turns around, reaches out his hand, and a glowing, powerful light.
Oh wait, Lumi needs to
stands-
make a death save, I presume.
Yeah, she also needs to make a death save.
There's no... Yeah, there's nothing, so I can just hit this.
Alright, and he uses Hand of Mercy. You are up at 15 gaming.
Whew.
Lumi has passed her first save. It's in the same square, I'm assuming. And the Erebosor is technically speaking joined the fight on your initiative. So that's Orzmiser's action. Orzmiser will technically speaking, and that's what technically happens on Glinda's turn. But he's gonna monologue again. And he says, You are a creature of my creation. You didn't understand the gift you'd been given. What is nature? Such a cruel thing that would imbue people like you with power. When you waste it as a hermit, smacking rocks together on a mountain. I am the symbol of progress, and you are a cog in mine. Can you give me a wisdom save, Orochi?
Hey.
Can I count this as an attack against my friend?
Oh shit!
I'm
It's a
afraid
verbal
that-
assault.
I don't think talking shit provokes an attack of opportunity. Otherwise, a lot of people would be getting smacked in this game.
That's very true, actually.
Oh man.
A lot of people be getting.
I mean,
Yeah, so
would you count Vicious Mockery as an
Orochi-
attack?
Oro-
Is this yourself? Like,
Orochi, you keep yourself together in front of this. Glinda spends her action ordering an Erebosor into the fray to deliver life-saving care just in time, and she then runs into a flanking position on the Chimera.
Oh, thank God.
It is the Tento Turnto. Tento. You saw Lonnie and Lumi go down. You see an Erebosor helping out. Things seem fucked down there. Oh, you don't know what Orzmiser has done, but by the way, this engagement to the east, like, everybody in it was, like, struck by that as well. So, like, they're kind of fucked up. There's damage. There's pain. What's the play here, Tento? You keeping your breathing together, I'm assuming. Grief and Boon is down, but she's not dead.
I'm killing her.
Alright, so you want to spend an attack just, like, driving your blade down into her heart, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, I think you give me attack because the crit, or is it automatic crit, or is it if you crit you deal 2?
auto crit. It's auto crit if it's melee. So that's 2.
Alright, so you just roll the attack.
Technically still miss.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If you roll a 1, you can miss. Because you doesn't actually have to hit her
Do I
AC.
get advantage?
Does she have to hit
Yeah,
her
you
AC
do.
right now? You have advantage, yeah.
Okay.
Weirdly
already
enough,
get
yes, you
advantage
do get
from-
advantage.
Yeah, she's prone and
I
you're
crit.
flanking.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Oh, Tento really wanted her dead.
you drive the pure meld
I'm just gonna do this.
down into her, right?
Yeah.
It
you know there's a
stabs
giant
in.
chimera right next to you?
She coughs up blood, red sanguine blood, and she looks at you with an eye, a look in your eyes back at you as if though mirrored pools reflecting the biting green eye of envy. And you see a green light growing from your pure meld blades, and you see the light of her Zweihander twinkling, calling to you. You feel a word trying to force its way up out of your throat. A word that you could speak into this world. You may spend a bonus action casting a cantrip. A
Oh.
certain cantrip that you have.
Okay. Can I
You-
point this towards the Chimera?
Do you want to?
Yes. I want to do this. This
Okay.
sounds like
Craft,
fun.
right?
It's fine, guys. It's okay. Nothing bad will happen.
You unleash it, and as you do, you unleash Covetous Bond. And they're going to have to make a wisdom save against your number, which I'm sure I'm aware of.
You want me to put the text?
Yeah, sure.
What is this?
This is something he's had since he fucking ate the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you have a bad charisma. Your proficiency mod should be 4 by now, shouldn't it?
It's
Proficiency
just
mod?
3, I
It's still
think.
3.
Okay, so I think your DC should
yeah,
be
it's
11.
3. So 3, 2. Sorry, 3, negative 1. So,
Oh, it's a negative one from the charisma that's doing it. I see.
yeah.
The Chimera attempts a wisdom save against this.
Oh,
They fail. Yeah, so
my
a covetous bond
God.
forms between Chimera and Tento. Tento, you feel like there's a green glow in this area, and you just feel like there's a rush, like your heart is beating 10 times faster. You don't know the cause or nature of it, but you know, you keep going. And there's
By the way,
something-
she's definitely dead, right? She's
So-
like dead.
She looks very dead. You have stabbed her in the heart, and magic came out of her. But it looks like her body is, you know, going cold and bleeding out. She has failed 3 death saves and is mechanically considered deceased at this time. Envy begins to come forth.
I don't like all these like, clarifications. Like mechanically, she seems dead.
Yeah, you, Tento, hear a cacophony within your mind after you unleash that spell, and you create the bond with the Chimera. You may act however well, you moved your action, you used your action, you used your bonus action. What do you want to do now?
I think I'm fine just chilling here. Because I really can't move anywhere else without getting
So,
completely
Grief and
stomped.
Boon, you see Grief and Boon, like the envy flickers from her eyes and begins to fade, but in your envy vision, you see a phantom copy of her beginning to rise up into the air near
That's why I'm
the
concerned.
eye, and you see her corpse flicker, and it's like green lightning zaps her, and it's almost like a Dr. Frankenstein's monster moment, as her body contorts and lifts up, spread from the spirit and soul, rising above, dancing together, as you see something perfect emerge. Something that you have never seen. A being so perfectly devoted to envy that you dare say you gaze upon the visage of a devil as what was a physical form begins to transform into a metaphysical form. Her body shifting into a beauty, desire, envy. Her eyes obscured, the last of the tiefling blood shed from her body. Her arms breaking apart into floating gauntlets. You are witnessing the devilification of an Illrigger. It is not yet complete. It has only just begun. In this window, she could still be destroyed, but that's what happens on her turn. It's the Citadel Warden's turn. The
Jesus.
Citadel Warden's turn is like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm out. And, like, just tries to run. Before he can, Abroda reaches out, grabs the Citadel Warden by the neck, brings him up, and says, "It's been so long since I've had a drink," and sicks her fangs right into his fucking jugular. Everyone who isn't Lonnie sees her just, like, stabbing him with a dagger, but Lonnie, as you're, like rubbing your, like, bruised head and thinking to Lumi, you see her just drinking straight out this man's veins.
Huh.
She sucks him like a Capri Sun, and he withers in response.
Totally a werewolf. I've confirmed it now.
Yep, totally a werewolf.
Zion, it is presently your turn.
I mean, Iskander, I think, also sees that shit, right?
Yeah, but Iskander is
Iskander's
presently,
kinda
like,
like that from the
boxing a chimera
Yeah.
in his mouth.
Yeah, I know. It's comforting to know I'm not the only one that saw that.
I'm gonna try to bonk this man again, because,
He's very mean.
yeah, he assaulted my friend with words.
The assault and Alright, you pop both times, coming up unclear with a measure of Orzamizer's mutated body. You strike against bone and hardened flesh, harder than metal, harder than steel. He gazes back at you with silvery milk to his irises, the pupils dilated in amber. He gazes at you and says, "I could never forge with a craft elf." So yeah, Zion, that's your main action. Anything else you want to do?
Let's just blind him real quick.
The equiposed Moonblood core comes unpoised. You open up the chassis. This white, solid liquid ball just sort of like out into this like floating mercurial substance, and then light explodes, blinding those gazing upon you within 15 feet. The core is out, and yeah, that's Zion's. Anything else in your turn?
No, that's my turn.
All right, I will put on your aura.
And now, for my next trick, you can't see.
Yes, and
Which also means you can't monologue, right? Right? Seeing has everything to do with your ability to monologue.
Yeah, so we've got a jailbreak warden over here.
Yep. And it's gonna move over here.
Does he have that much movement? Jesus Christ.
30 feet. Yeah. It was right here, so it's only 20. Slam.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Give me that damage.
All right.
18 bludgeoning, yeah. I'm gonna say Orzmizer was too busy being blinded to cast shield. Just smack him. A 19 again hits.
Technically 28 since advantage.
Right, 28 hits. 23 bludgeoning.
Try shield
Oh.
past that.
Yeah, it duds him. He looks up, he spits out a tooth, he bleeds a bit, and he whispers a word. Roll me an int save from the jailbreak warden.
Int save, huh? Oh yeah. So good. All right.
So, you know how the jailbreak warden was a member of your party?
Mm-hmm.
Factory reset warden looks up at you.
I see. All right.
Another factory reset. Dang, how many times can you do this sort of thing?
So Zion, that's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's my turn.
It's Jensen the Torturer's turn. Jensen is trying to get the fuck out of here. Jensen walks over here, spends half his movements to mount the Chimera, and says, "Fly, you fool, fly!" As Jensen attempts one last time to actually he's gonna switch over to his whip bucket. He uses his masterwork whip to try and whip Tento. Yeah, 12 ain't gonna be hitting Tento today. He spurs the Chimera trying to fly, but the Chimera goes on its own turn. It is Abrota's actual turn now. Abrota like drops the Citadel Warden, not really caring to finish him off. Looks at Grief and Boone and says, "Ooh." And she just kind of like thinks about this for like 10 seconds, right? And she says, Tento, to you it sounds like she's saying a prayer to the dead. The sort of thing that you've heard Lonnie do to send souls before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Lonnie hears something else through Lumi, translated, seconds after, right? And what you're hearing...
Wait. No. If it's not dice practice, we can't understand it.
Oh, right. Well, you don't know what is said, but there is a pulse of green within the the glass flesh. Yeah, also Lumi's down.
Oh yeah, there's also that.
And Abrota seems to be going to like cover her eyes, even though she's wearing this like shielded face ornament, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you notice that there is a smear of blood over it, and there is a terrible disturbance as your envy vision like turns sour at the sight of that. And you're busy fighting the Chimera, but like the eye goes wild, things begin to burn a little, and Abrota steps back. That's been her action. You don't really know what's happened with Grief and Boone's devilification, but it looks like there's something strange happening. As she begins to billow out a sign, and in her spiked MMO raid armor ass pauldrons, you see graven there the sign of the 10-minute break as 10:45 is upon you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I didn't even realize I was getting
Yeah,
that.
10-minute break. We'll be back at 10:45.
Oh wow. Huh. Anyone else notice how late what time it was? I did
Nope.
it.
I've been muted this whole time.
Shin, my
God.
boy.
Fuck.
Were you monologuing at all?
No, but I was commenting.
No.
Damn it.
Were they good comments?
And there were side comments. I'll see you guys when you come back.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Not everyone's back.
God, you don't understand how much I wish I could play the Devil May Cry song Devil Trigger.
That sounds amazing right now.
Yeah, like, oh god. So we are all reassembled, even. I see everyone anyway.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yay. I'll remember to turn off the break screen this time. And we return to the bottom of the round initiative. Pento, you do not feel that Hell's harmony with Envy has been lost. You do feel like it's almost less present, yet more potent. If that makes any sense. Oh my gosh, Pat.
Okay.
Blues Clues, but Devil. Vertitar looking down at this is gonna make a quick... Yeah, Vertitar is turning his Chimera to fly the fuck out of here. He's like, fly, my lovelies, fly!
Seems very apt.
And all of the Chimeras have wound up brought into the action. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Has he considered auditioning for like Wizard of Oz?
Oh my god. Before he goes, you know, he is gonna give like a pleasant little broadside. He flies down, right? And points the Chimera's mouth in the direction of Tento, Griefenboon's Devilifying Body, and Abrota. And the Chimera attempts to hose down a fire breath at a 15-foot cone. Oh, it doesn't roll it in this macro. That's silly. Hold on one moment.
Holy shit, that's a lot of damage.
You sure it's 7d8?
Chimeras ain't nothing to fuck with.
I mean, it takes 5 turns to recharge, or oh no, it takes a 5 or 6 to recharge.
Yeah,
so
it's a D6 roll, yeah.
There you go. Alright, awesome.
Alright, so and the damage is 42 coming at you. But because you pass as rogue, you can ignore it entirely, right?
Yep.
Wait, why?
Hmm?
Oh, that's the default. Okay.
Yeah, I went in.
There
And,
was already a number. Okay.
yeah, so the 31 is just like an average. I'll take it out of because it looks
Yeah.
confusing. Wait, has the Chimera never rolled its fire before? I thought the first time we
it
fought
has.
a Chimera, it has.
Once before. And I'm pretty sure we had the exact same reaction as, are you sure that's the damage number you're rolling?
Yeah, so, and then, you know, with a 60-foot fly
Do you
speed,
have a thing where you take none on a successful save right now,
he does.
Darren?
Until yes.
Yeah, so
Blast.
Chimera ascends. You can fly like 60 feet. He's like at the crack of the dome, and he's gonna fly out if he's not stopped on his next turn. The Chimera's presently
the other
in
people
play. There is one Orochi, I regret to inform, behind you that slams down to the ground and lets out a great roar right behind you. And the Chimera still in play down here is still in play down here. This Chimera is going to try and first bite you. Does it successfully bite you, Orochi?
Yep, my AC's not that high.
Uh-huh. You take 8.
Okay.
He's then going to try and hit you with his horns. 12
Hey,
doesn't
that
hit.
misses.
He's going to try and finally, this is the final one. You just got to dodge it. Slash it with his claws. A 12 again.
Hey!
A 12 again misses. Okay, so the one in the fight with you, Tento, is going to dish out a bite towards you on a horn and a claw towards Glinda.
Stop
Jesus
critting,
fucking
buddies.
What the fuck? Okay, so it deals Oh no, that's exactly you
I'm
still,
having that.
yeah, you've still got a halve right. That's literally
Yeah,
your
I
HP.
still have a halve.
That was down at 0 gaming, yeah.
Woo! Woohoo!
So that's the Chimera attacking, and Jensen's trying to urge it to fly. It's not flying up yet because it knows it's going to get opt. You can tell it's like just trying to beat away the foes.
So, real quick, he
Mhm.
does gain 5 shield because of the bond.
Right. So when he deals, you gain it too, right?
If I hit him, yes.
Okay, so he gains 5 temp HP
Yes.
because he hits somebody who has this bond with him. And thank you for reminding me. That's Irditar's turn. Hiroshi, it is your turn. There's a Chimera behind you and the most dreaded person in your life walking towards you in a big old fight. What are you gonna do?
If I didn't lose that HP, I would use my last point of burn. But can't do that now. I'm too low. I'm just gonna do a lightning attack on the Orzmiser.
Mm-hmm.
Man, why couldn't I roll that with the composite blast? He would be dead by now.
45 hits.
10 lightning.
10 lightning is a very good distinction to make because that means he's down. You strike him in the back. He reaches, his eyes blinded, his back searing. You struck him in the upper spine. His arms and legs jolt as you strike his nervous system. And then he falls over, slouching against the feet of the factory reset warden. Hiroshi, you note there is a terrible little growth trying to like push its way out of him and heal him, but as it does, the mutagenic growth sears him. It's almost like this tendon flesh. It reminds you of a pulse pustule now that you think of it, has been fried. Its ability to think or move gone haywire by the lightning damage. And he just rips his own body further apart. He doesn't get death saves. He just sort of like writhes there as his alchemically forged body fails him.
Okay, now that is beautiful irony.
As Orochi throws out his last strength of lightning, do you see that he's still in his powered up state, but his lightning flickers, like his eyes aren't glowing with lightning anymore. He's still got a little bit of wind, but he does not seem like he's at his full power, and he also like is slouched down on a knee.
With the Chimera behind him.
Yeah, with the Chimera right over you.
Yep.
Alright.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. It is the Lonnie Lumi Heir of Osor turn. Well, what do you want to do on the Lonnie Lumi Heir of Osor turn?
Lonnie looks around expecting to have to hit shit, but finds that she is not where she originally was. Sees Lumi is down though, and is going to use the bag of insults on Lumi.
Alright, so she's up at 1 gaming, right?
Yes. Unless the spelling insults have changed all of a sudden.
No, you force him to her nostril. She's like, you jolt her awake. She whimpers a little bit, manages to get up on her feet.
What is going on?
Yeah, you see a strange devilish creature with blood smeared across her face, sparkling with energy. You see Tento, eyes green in a light, stabbing at the Chimera slashing at him, into the green, moving in to take down the Chimera.
There's a lot of issues here.
That's the Chimera.
Lonnie is going to, if I'm not already mounted, I think half movement. Go here. Am I in range now? And Sacred Flame the Chimera while Lumi dodges.
Alright. The Chimera.
Also, do I feel the mark still on me? Or
You still have that presence of being seen.
Okay.
The Chimera is going to make a Dex save.
And failures and saves reset once you get up, right?
Yeah. So your deaths and stuff are reset. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's 11 radiant that sparks down on its main. You seem to have, frazzled it a little.
Christ.
And yeah, I don't see any immediate threat. So yeah, I guess she'll just stay here because apparently the boulder sawmill is not safe. And I don't know what the air can do, but
Yeah, the air is probably gonna come up and ready an attack against anybody who comes near you to say, "We stand with the shade of the mountain. Come, brave heirs of Osor. Let's do battle this day." And that's more or less your turn, right?
yes,
Or is Miser
yes, I
send
can't do anything else.
the broken corpse upon the floor, brought low by the man he so cruelly twisted in the name of his experiments. All of his unlocked truths, unfit in battle against the pure hearts of the shade of the mountain. Glinda the Green brings forth her fists to give a foul blow upon the snaked ass of the Chimera.
Snaked ass.
And then, after a critical strike,
Oh my god.
veritably choking his chicken, he comes in
There we
for
go.
a second blow. It doesn't hit. It actually does hit. It only has an AC of 14. Yeah. So she proceeds to crack. She reaches out. You hear a cracking sound as she just absolutely fucks this shit up. Radiant glow from her hands as she delivers 30 damage. First, taking from of course the 5 of the temp HP in the emphatic bond, and then 25 from its main health. That is Glinda the Green's turn.
Did you call it Fist of the Northern Star to avoid Fist of the North Star?
A little obliqueness in the reference,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's Glinda's turn. Tento, it's your turn. Yeah, shit's fucked, homie. What are you gonna do? You've got, envy about you. You've got the Chimera in front of you. You got Jensen the Torturer alive atop it.
What is happening in Grief and Bone?
Grief and Boone, her body is transformed into something that roll me a religion to even maybe have an idea what the fuck is happening right now.
That sounds about right for Tento.
Tento has heard people say things like he had a devilish grin or something to that effect, and people seemed slightly disturbed about that or played it off for laughs, depending. But he really can't claim to hold any particular knowledge about what might be happening here. You does see a weird smear of blood on Grief and Boone's face, though, and didn't Abroda say some sort of rights over Grief and Boone? And Grief and Boone's body is transformed. The skin of the tiefling is gone. Her horns melded into ornate, almost like helmet pieces. This body below you is metal and glass and fine, glimmering materials. Nothing of proper organic life about it. But you still feel this hell's harmony with envy. It's definitely coming from the body.
Do I want that?
I did say Metal Judge Wolf. Do you want that? I don't know. This is the person who killed your friend, who you've now just laid the fuck out, and is starting to get weird and metal and glassy. And there is
Tento's gonna
envy
stab it.
burning in your blades. Yeah, the envy.
Tento's gonna stab it. He's gonna wonder why every time he
As
tries
always, Josh
to
Pass.
kill someone, they always get back up. He's gonna make sure this one stays down.
Alright.
He's just that bad at killing,
Maybe.
Alright, make me an attack with advantage. You slam into her.
Try sneak attack.
Well, here's
Doesn't
the
matter how
thing.
much damage I do.
So, how cheeky do I want to be? I don't want to be that cheeky. You feel if she was awake and conscious, she would be able to use her banked 4 to reduce that attack and make it miss her, but she's not. There is a crack in the center of her form, and there's a screech as she breaks apart. And energy unfurls. Tento, the pure melds are no longer glowing with envy, as you feel you have dashed that presence from this place. And the things before you meld down into a slag of metal and glass, and there's nothing left of her, nothing left except a glinting Zweihander, calling with envy and song. Your pure melds are still envious, but they're not pure envy melds. That is your turn, Tento. As Abroda shrugs and says, I wanted to see what would happen. So Tento, it's your turn, Tento.
Am I allowed to stab the Chimera?
Yeah, bonus action attack. You spent your main action attacking.
What? Another cursed weapon. Who would ever pick up a cursed weapon?
And you've got flanking from Glinda. You ram your blade home true for a neat 6.
So, let me ask this. Is the regular attack and sneak attack 2 different instances of attack, or 1? It matters for the bond.
I think it's all in the same instance of this. It's the same instance of an attack. It's extra damage done by this attack.
Okay. So,
how much temp HP you getting?
it would be, we're gonna round down to 18, so it's an even number, so I'll give 9.
All
Nice.
right. Yeah, so as you strike it, your envious bond of empathy drinks from the pain you cause this living creature as it cries out in pain, mewing, unsure of itself, awkward in its form, made by foul alchemy and summonings, and yeah, you feel it bolster yourself. So that's the damage, Tento.
Yeah,
That's your turn, I'm guessing.
yeah.
The Citadel Warden kind of like, moans on the ground, and twitches a little, looks up at Abrota, afraid to flee, afraid to do anything, transfixed in a way. And it is Zion's turn. Zion, you look at the Jailbreak Warden. The Jailbreak Warden looks at you. It was supposed to go on What's-His-Face's turn, and then I moved his turn from the tracker. It looks at you, and it has a lower dex, so you don't know what it's going to do.
No, I mean, I assume I saw him reset the warden.
You did see the reset, but here's the thing. You don't know what, if any, orders the factory reset warden has received. And the wardens were only supposed to act when directed to on a different floor. You don't know what this warden is going to do. You could give me an insight or you could give me insight with advantage or a straight arcana to guess.
Decisions.
Right. Ooh.
There's your nat 20. Everyone gets nat 20.
The factory reset warden was responding to him as if though he was, his owner. And the factory reset warden has just witnessed someone kill the shit out of him. Its default behavior is going to be go wreck Oroshi's shit. Unless a greater priority is brought up, or if something else is done. Now, with this insight, you notice something. In the fighting, the factory reset warden's body has been cracked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see that, in the the stone grooves within the body of the golem, for the flow of magic to be affixed, you can physically see some of these sparking with energy misdirected. You think that you could resume direct control if you walked up to it and made a successful Tinkerer's Perfect Tools test.
Alright. Yeah. I'm just gonna step on this guy as I go over there.
Yeah, you step on the body.
Tinker's tools, eh? Alright.
Just jam a screwdriver into him.
Yes, that works every time.
That's what I do. Is that not what you guys do?
Yeah, you managed to like get the scoop up
Jesus, he
there.
just
Yeah,
Fuck
You-
your factory reset. Another nat
yeah,
20.
the Geoprobe Gordon. Yeah, so the dot rooted warden is, recognizes like you attune it to the resonance of your soul core, and with the exposure to the Equipoise Moonblood core, this is easier, right? So it takes in the light, and it understands that the source of this light is the source of its like obedience, and it now cannot be re-hijacked. It is eternally loyal to Zion.
damn.
So that's your
Now
action.
we
Don't let it die. We're taking this thing help with us and making it a party member.
Yes.
Yeah,
Number
so
5. I'm gonna get over here.
so you can't stand there because that's technically speaking wall.
Oh, all right.
I know it looks weird the way that it's depicted here.
Yeah. All right. I'll stand.
There is one position you can get a flank, but I don't know if I don't think you have the moon for it. It would be 35 feet.
No, I don't. I have
Does
30
the Storm
feet.
Warden
25
do?
left.
Does the Storm Warden have
Oh,
the
yeah.
movement to do that?
The Stone Warden is still reeling from the reset at this moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just
that's fair.
gonna move into this corner here.
All right, so that's Zion's turn.
Yes.
All right, Jensen the Torturer kind of realizes that he's not going to take down Glinda, but he might get Tento.
I thought he was gonna fuck off forever ago.
He's trying to make
He's
the Chimera
trying.
fly. The Chimera won't take off when the Chimera knows it's
Oh.
going to get opped by 2 people, because the Chimera doesn't think that that's going to go well. He uses a Masterwork Whip to attack Tento. A 21's a hit, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
He deals 9 slashing
Oh my
damage. A
gosh.
cut across the face that strikes into your empathetic bond buffer. With temp HP, yeah.
Yep.
Indeed, Judge Wolf. Clippable moments. I thought he was going to fuck off forever ago. Whip cracks down, slices your face. It is ha! And he clearly enjoys it.
You're
Abrota...
It's like, do you want to stay or do you want to go, buddy? You're
Yeah.
apparently getting off this.
Yeah, Abrota Acalaris looks over and says... And she's going to, lean over, right? And it appears that she's saying, surrender and you'll be treated most reasonably. But Lumi and Lonnie are, through the grapevine translation, are hearing something much different.
Great translation.
As it's passed from mind to mind. As she says, obey me and to be rewarded. Look into my eye. And the Citadel Warden is just sort of like, of course, mistress. And Abroda's like, very good. And the Warden's kind of stands up. Stands up and she steps behind her and, points him at the Chimera. It is not her turn yet, though. Yeah, so Boulder Sama's made constituted parts are rolled around, settled in. The control crystals destroyed. Aura has let off a surge of magical energy, and there is just blood, magic, destruction, hell all over this field. It is Urtar's turn. Urtar fucks all the way off. And the Chimera and Urtar fly out into the abyss. Yeah, so Orochi, it is your turn.
I hate to do this myself, but does that Chimera technically has its turn before me? Does it do anything?
Yeah,
Or
so
is it
actually,
sitting
so
there
okay, so all of the Chimeras, so alright. I'm gonna put the, because I removed the guy who controls the Chimera turn, right? I'm gonna make the Chimera turn its own item. Thank you for, calling me on that. I appreciate that.
Honesty.
Because I would love to get away with this, but turn order is a
Oh,
thing.
really? They have to roll
Mhm.
slightly higher than me? That's not good.
So, this Chimera, right? This Chimera is next to Tento and Glinda. And the first thing this Chimera is gonna do is, again, try to bite. Like the lion's mouth descends, right? You just fucking bite you. And then it fucks up. Then it tries to gore you with its horns. That's less of a fuck up. For 5 bludgeoning.
Okay. I'm at 6.
Are you down?
And then it tries to slash you with its claws.
Okay. Half.
Oh.
Alright, half you live, right?
God.
Oh shit. Up at 2, the boy who lived, Tento. Alright. The Chimera
And he's
decides
got
it's
4
high
shield.
time to fuck off. And it rises into the sky, giving both Glinda and Tento an op.
Oh yeah, no, it's revenge time. Yeah,
I
it's
think
not.
you did the uncanny dodge because that holy shit.
Ah.
Glinda reaches out with a whip from her hand. As you deliver a crit, right? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Revenge indeed. Jeez, you're critting when it matters.
Yeah, you utterly gore the creature, and then as you do, and it's trying to reach up to freedom, this is why I didn't want to leave. I knew the op was going to be gnarly. The Vine Whip
Damn, that
strikes it, and it has to make a strength save or be dragged back down towards her. 6 and 9, nice. It is drawn back down towards the ground and
decent
slammed into the floor. Yeah, you have 22 fucking temp HP now, Tento. You're on 2 HP, 22 temp HP. Let's go, living dangerously. The Chimera is slammed face first down to the ground. Jensen, the Torturer, makes a dex save to remain mounted, and barely does so. The Chimera to the southeast flies like 5 feet into the air, right? And it tries to fly 10 feet. So, okay. Important question here being, like, when it ascends to 10 and 15 feet, respectively, Orochi, Zion, would you op the Chimera?
Yes.
Zion's like, of course. I need to talk to you.
Orochi wouldn't, mainly because the only thing he could op with is his fist.
Come on, throw a punch. Zion's opping with his
You have a
fist.
sword.
I mean, why
Yeah, I don't
why
have
not
wielding.
A
op
pop
it?
to the face. Give us that damage.
Why not
and
op it though?
11. And
I mean,
Zion
also
I
because
wanted to
Oroshi's kind of exhausted. And
Oroshi's almost
why did
dead.
you keep it here?
Yeah, you smack it.
Can't you let it go anyway?
So yeah, due to your sentinel, the Chimera cannot
Then
continue
the
to move.
betrayal.
It's like, I'm gonna listen to the air. You just fucking knock it in the jaw. It's like, alright, fuck you. And then just like turns its head right down
Let
towards
it
you
go anyway.
and unleashes its fire breath. Give me a dex save.
Why did you keep it here?
The airs of
that's
Osor sin.
Yeah. Which way?
You, Zion, are making the dex save.
Okay.
I think this is my favorite moment.
Oh, we weren't trying to kill Orochi?
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh my god.
So,
Kills you, I swear to God.
yeah,
This is like top 10
that's
anime
17 damage.
betrayals right here. Why did you keep it here?
Ty, are you alive?
Yep.
Yeah, like fire descends around Zion. Zion's
Kill this
completely
guy.
unseen, right? Fire billows off volumetrically, boiling waves off the metal wall of the observatory's dome, and Zion just appears in the fire. And then, as the fire draws down, you see it. It is smoking. Heat is roiling off of it. There's blue sparks from within. There's sort of a woo dying of the light from its Iron Man style temp HP power up core at the middle. It is just like having a bad fucking day. All scratched up, all singed up, scorch marks. Zion is fucked up, but standing, unmelted. And that is which is sort of like the Warforged version of moisturized, unmelted.
Zion will whisper, I'm sorry, Orochi.
Yeah, so that's the Chimera's turn. It is Oroshi's turn. Orochi, a Chimera stands before you. What do you do?
Alright, Orochi now has to spend his action to disengage. And he's going to run.
You sure the Chimera didn't already make a reaction to that, right? I guess it just had a turn.
It just had its turn.
Okay.
He's going to
Unfortunate.
run to Boulder Sama and try to take cover.
You take cover amidst
Fine.
Boulder
Look,
Sama's
that didn't
wreckage.
work out for me last time.
You kind of have like a nice rocky redoubt with like the splits of Boulder Sama and like rubble around you. It is difficult terrain, but you know you're a clamberer. You managed to climb in here with your chimeric legs and hands. You clamber, so that's where you are. You're in some cover.
Yep. Just a key. Anyone who's watching, he's not flying. He actually had to run here. That'll
Alright.
be my turn.
Is Lonnie's turn?
Walk like everyone else. Gotcha.
Lonnie, what do you want to do at this point? Lonnie, and the Air of Osor goes in your turn. If you don't want him to do anything else, he's going to charge into battle.
Lonnie is. I mean, Lonnie has no way to communicate.
True,
to
actually.
Erebor, though.
Yeah, he's got to look at you. He's like, shall we go? And then you're like, and he's like, yeah, we shall, of course. Aha, I agree. And just sort of like runs in for the flank, saying, I come to assist you. And he's
Okay.
gonna use a ringing smite and swing his greatsword. With the flank, that's a hit.
Oh wait, no, his
8
advantage.
plus 7. And then yeah, I'm gonna say the Chimera is deafened. So you know, if you wanted the Chimera to hear something, sucks to suck. Yeah, as it slices at him. And the Heir of Osor, yet again, thank you for the clip, Pat. Wings the greatsword. Holy shit, with the crit, climbs up and is abso-fucking-lutely Dragon's Dogmas up on this Chimera and stabs down with this Vihanda. And yeah, a critical hit to its, you know, snaky bits and back, and then it pops off. It is, yeah, Lonnie and Lumi's turn.
Yeah, Lonnie's gonna move here. Oh. Actually, you know what? They've got it covered. Yeah, Lonnie's just gonna. I guess the Chimera's staying, so Lonnie's just gonna hit the Chimera again. Also, is the mark still on Lonnie after the demon is gone? I'm curious.
Is the mark what?
Still on Lonnie now that the. I think for sure she is dead.
Now that there's a full dissipation, you think about it, you think that the eye has. You don't think it's upon you anymore. You can't feel it. But it's one of those psychological things. It's hard to tell. You're like, do I feel that way? But yeah, no. After a moment, you're like, no, I don't.
So dex save from the Chimera.
All right, another sacred flame descends towards the Chimera, a light dancing out, white hot with streaks of red like licorice around the edges. And it tries to hop out of the way while being tangoed by Zion and the Heir of Osor.
Jeez.
It takes 7
They are not making
radiant,
very good saves.
7 radiant descent. The Equipoise Moonblood core is still flooding light out towards the Chimera, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a brilliant white light, and then a radiant burst comes down upon the Chimera. There's light everywhere, and yeah, that's Lonnie's turn, right? Or at least her action.
Yeah, I don't think Lonnie is gonna move. Lumi dodges again, but yeah, that's it.
Alright, Glinda the Green. You know, kind of looks, and there's like stone falling all around, right? She brings it all down with her fists in a mighty motion, a downward double fist. All of it flies up and slams down onto Jensen and the Chimera.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Yep.
Shit.
Damn, those Chimeras are not having a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, no one cares about that.
I mean, would you rather them be hitting everything?
I'm just pointing out they're not having a good day.
Yeah. So rock kind of like fallen rock kind of like comes up and pins the Chimera and Jensen down beneath it. They are like restrained.
Wait, does that make it instant crit when I hit them?
I think that's what restrained means. They could-
Restrained, yes.
yeah, so they're considered restrained.
Uh,
Hey Lance, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so Glinda, she just rocks their world, crushes them inwards. Kento, they are helpless, and she looks at you and she's like, "Finish this."
Finish them.
Oh wait, sorry,
That
I lied.
pose is like perfect for.
Restrained is not auto crit. Paralyzed is auto crit.
All right, yeah, but
Um,
Restrained
you
is
are
just
good.
advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage,
Well-
which you already had.
Well,
but, you know.
first I'm gonna hit the Jensen. And
Holy
he's-
shit, a crit anyway!
Yeah.
You bring it
Yeah,
up.
okay.
Green envy dripping from your blades, the pure metals, as your breathing technique funnels the energy through them. And you just absolutely gore her and him, actually, in this instance. And yeah, did I enough to fucking kill him? Holy shit. And what? You get sneak.
I have sneak
Yeah,
attack.
yeah, get sneak attack. Let's see that sneak attack, which is a crit as
Okay.
well. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. A brutal 38. Yeah, okay. Would have died even before that last hit. We're getting sneaky. You ram it right down through his Adam's apple, which collapses, and you leave a gory, terrible gash of a wound through his neck. As he breathes his last, and a terrible gurgling noise comes out as he dies under the rock. The Chimera is still trapped under the rock with him, Tento. You got an offhand. Are you giving it to him? You fucking give it to
Nice.
him. They had 6 HP left. They're fucking dead. You sliced their
Double
fucking
kill.
side. Yeah, they die beneath the rubble. A shifting of rock and dust as the beams of the light of day pierce down from the broken observatory dome above on their corpses.
And then Tento's gonna move 30 feet
Alright.
and say, "How's it going, Hiroshi?" No, he's just like, "You okay?"
The Citadel Warden, now charmed by a Barota, steps out and she's like, I can finish this. And just sort of like, raises a hand. And is there going to be a 20? Yeah. So in the 20 foot place, it's only going to hit the Chimera. Which casts Shunt. And the air, in a rippling zone, that intersects with the Chimera's body, begins to push. And there's an air burst, like a jet flying by, Zion, rattling next to you, as a terrible blow is struck to the Chimera. And the Chimera is going to make a save, a wisdom save. Yeah, no. 19
Poor
force.
babies.
And the Chimera is forced back up into the nest area, and with the shunt of it, the cage door drops.
Oh, hey, we can tame that one.
And yeah, with that, the final hostile who's not in an engagement is defeated. Iskander has killed this Chimera and joins to help kill the other. There's bloodshed and violence everywhere, but the fight is just about over as your foes are dead. In the western engagement, where one of the heirs of Osor had to break off, they fared a little bit worse. And some people are dead, some people might have fled downstairs. Pustule is broken. And yeah, one of the heirs of Osor lies stricken and bleeding out upon the ground. The other heirs of Osor in that area have already used up their heal. And they look towards the group as if to say, "Our companion, he's in need." I mean, they literally say that. "Our companion is in need, please." And, one of them is, on the ground, basically gonna die.
Zion will go over.
Hmm?
If it looks like
And-
Zion's going to do it, then Lonnie's gonna just cast guidance on Zion.
Yeah. Guess I'll just try to stop the bleeding.
They give you medicine. Yeah, and roll the extra d4 from guidance.
Okay.
You manage to suture a serious head wound and bandage him, prop him up. He's gonna live, but he shouldn't be doing anything vigorous for a while. And yeah, as you look around, it looks like there is finally an end to the violence. The only, like Wizard of the Eye type figure who stands alive is the Citadel Ward next to Abrota, and yeah, for the rest of them, they seem defeated. Glinda walks up and says, "There's one more person left to answer. Besides Jensen, that coward when we track him down." And the Citadel Warden looks over, kind of like hazy-eyed.
Did we kill Jensen?
And oh yeah, no,
Yeah, that was the
no, you
Beastmaster.
killed Jensen. Sorry, Iritar, the Beastmaster escaped.
Okay.
And Glinda just
Who was
points.
also named Jensen.
Glinda points at the Citadel Warden and says, "It's time you paid for your crimes." And the Citadel Warden sort of looks like glassy-eyed. No particular response. Abrota steps around and says, "Come, come. She's a prisoner, and she's just helped save your friend. I'm thinking we should have a more magnanimous arrangement." And Glinda kind of like looks at her as if to say, "Fuck," and looks at Tento, looks at everyone else, and says, "Fine. There's been enough killing for now." And she cries out, "Victory! Victory atop the spire!" And as if to punctuate, another rock slams into something. And you guys see vaguely hints of like blue smoke trailing up from the chamber below.
I'm gonna ask Glinda to get close to me real quick. I'm gonna touch this. I'm gonna pick something up. If I go a little nutsy, just knock me out.
Glinda looks at you and looks at the sword, and she's like, "No, ho, ho, ho." And Abrota looks at you and the sword, and she's like, fascinating." And yeah, Lonnie, you see Tento reaching for a big old Zweihander. You can do anything about that. Just
I think
this is another day in the life.
well, yeah, Lonnie is gonna be like, Scout, maybe
He picks
maybe
it
just wait.
He picks
so-
it up.
So Tento, you reach for the sword, right? It's a big Zweihander. You really want it. You grasp it. You raise it in your hands, and it is everything you could have hoped for and more. It glistens amazingly. It's perfectly balanced. It's heavy, but you know what a heft it is, of course, taller than your halfling body. This great and mighty blade. You feel invigorated to hold it aloft. Yeah, actually, do you have proficiency with great swords? It might trail a little behind you as you lift it.
Pretty
Wobble.
sure Rooks don't.
I'm
Where
pretty
is-
sure I don't.
Where are they anyways? Where's the body?
So
Tento,
this
like,
you see this
uses the sword to point.
Yeah, you see this
the
broken bit
pile.
of glass and metal and like melted slag of a vaguely greenish hue.
I don't think Lonnie saw the transformation.
Might see some
Tento's just
flashing
gonna use
lights.
this for like pointing. It's like it's right there. It's a pile of ashes.
Abrota
She's
picks up one of the
changing-
broken pieces of greenish glass, kind of like shot through with a reddish hue, and she's like, "What a shame," and then pockets it.
And after that, Tento's gonna stop his breathing technique.
The blades go without power and are just purely shining once again. Oh, the green glow remains in Tento's eyes.
And then he's gonna fall over because that took a lot out of him. It's plump. Like okay.
Lonnie
The great
just
sword's
wants-
in one. The great sword's in one hand. It's like okay. I don't think I'm supposed to use my forbidden holy breath like that. My body hurts.
Yeah. So
Lonnie wants to. Lonnie wants to just sacred flame the remains.
all right, yeah. So you bring back down a sacred flame beam. It can like melt some of the metal, but the glass bits, the light just reflects through them as if though a prism, forming a strange rainbow, and as the radiant blasts strike it, you hear almost like ripped chords on a harpsichord of a song that kindles a desire for what others hold dear.
And Lonnie's gonna place the her shield down with jacket side up, and just sit down and take a rest.
Nice. Hiroshi, you're here by this corpse. Iskander walks forward, feels forward, and says, "I cannot sense his mind. He is departed." And then, like, he reaches down with his claw, grabs the head, and crushes it, destroying the brain as gray matter and skull oozes out, and he stomps on it, splattering it across the floor. Just
This
to
man
be
1v1 a chimera, and I just like took this dead guy's head, just squished it in his hand. Hiroshi, why aren't you this cool?
I mean, I was gonna say I'm gonna do his usual one hand on the face, shocking him to death, while the other hand loots his body. Is what I was gonna say.
Oh, I imagine you and Iskander like tag team it. You know, he senses your intent.
No,
You're
if he
taking
goes for
the-
the head, I'm going to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but attempt to like drill my hand into his chest, into his heart, and just continue to electrify his chest.
Yeah, no, you just absolutely like
Kalima.
slag it and like liquefy his organs. They're just goop and destruction.
Isn't that a bit overkill? Just a little bit.
He's done worse to us.
All right.
Mithridates suggests if Iskander died, I would stop doing the snake voice. But that's where she's wrong, because there's always a snake in the grass. So yeah, I'm gonna ask Lonnie.
I do
to go-
attempt to loot Or's Miser for whatever he has.
Yeah, for what it's worth, you do find a unique ring. It's not. It wasn't. He wasn't wearing it. It's like the brass eye. He's like the intricate brass band everybody else had, but larger, and set with one red and one blue gem on opposite sides. Ruby and sapphire. And it's like thrice the width of another ring. Like it fully, covers a knuckle. Yep. Lana's Sento's
Are you in the
collapsed.
beta position?
You got our ring.
Are you guys all right here?
Zion can't feel my body, and Lonnie doesn't look okay either.
And Orochi seems utterly drained.
Yep.
Can you go, Zion? Can you go see, poke Lonnie, see if she'll be okay? I can't.
Zion pokes Lonnie.
How does Lonnie respond to being poked?
Lonnie?
Damn, Lonnie just mumbles like, "I'm fine."
You don't look fine.
Well, Tento, you look worse, so I'm gonna pick you up by your feet.
By his feet.
I'm holding a great sword.
I don't think
Okay,
that matters to
Zion?
Zion.
The blood's gonna rush to my head.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna feel worse. Don't
No
drop
problem.
me. Just put me down
Oh. All right, I'll just,
gently.
lift you higher up, and then put you on my shoulder.
Where's as Zion's just like, Broto, where are you going?
Yeah, Brota hops up. She rides elegantly side saddle on the Chimera, and she says, "Should like to take a view of the terrain. I've been cooped up inside for so long." And then you see the cut of the light of day coming through, and she looks and she says, "On second thought, perhaps I shall wait. My complexion is not
I
well
don't
suited
think you'll have a
to
great view with
light
this
of day,
battle
though."
just happened. You'll just see a lot of dead bodies and debris.
Indeed. Well,
Is there like any way for Lonnie to like not know she's a vampire by now?
I mean, let's just say that the fact that vampires can't really go out in the sun without having a bad time, real common knowledge, not really going to make anybody roll for that. Some of the other stuff, would reasonably be things that you would know. Everybody else, a lot
I've
of the
seen her
suspicious
bite and
behavior-
suck some blood. I've seen her charm a shit ton
Oh.
of people.
Yeah, like
I have-
everyone who's everybody's been charmed by her, right? I made you make a charisma save, didn't I? Or was it wisdom?
Not yet. No, I mean, not another one.
I don't remember what exact check, but it was.
I believe
It was a charisma to
Every-
be charmed, but we haven't made another one since.
Everybody who's still charmed by her at this point, make me a charisma save. So
That seems pretty apt, yeah. Tento can't deny a pretty face. It's fine.
wait, so Orochi, you're trying to kill the Citadel Warden?
Yes.
Alright, make the attack.
Does the Brota try to stop him?
She's not.
Yeah, I'm very clear, like staring at him, like arm pointed.
Glinda looks at Orochi and looks at Abrota and says, I'm not one for putting off things that need to be done. That woman's life has been spent tormenting us and serving our enemies. The eye must be rooted out, pulled out by the stalk, and burned.
Wait, Tento's going, wait. As he's heading up to Zion's shoulder, wait a second. I have a question for the Warden, actually.
The attack would seem to strike before you can ask that question. Roll me that damage. That means you have 1 HP anyway.
And then we just revive her, and then.
How quickly would you actually say that? Because I did pose this in a way that to give people a chance to do something before I throw lightning.
Oh, well, as soon as Glinda was talking, and like about killing her, I was like, wait, I just have a question.
If it was after Glinda, my attack would probably go off by then.
That's fair.
Hand holding Judge Wolf. That's inappropriate. All right, yeah. So, what was the question? What question did you ask, Dento? Or you didn't ask it?
No, I mean, he's just gonna. I mean, she got zapped, and Tento just hears like, wait, was it wind or lightning that killed her? That you zapped her, hit her
Lightning.
with? Tento just hears the lightning, he's like,
Abrota says, what a shame, but justice is very important in one's domain. So I can understand. I will keep in mind the kinds of justice that you like to mete out to your prisoners. It is very efficient.
So Lee, this eye agent has the.
Yeah, Zion.
alive, or-
Zion, you just knocked that guy out, right?
Yep.
Alright. And the Airthos are going to look around and they're going to say, whoa, ho, ho. We do not execute our prisoners. If you seek justice for your friends, you should let them be brought before trial. If they are to be executed, it should be determined by the law. And you do notice that there's 7 paladins in the room who just saw you starting to execute the prisoners. And they're not really so gung-ho about that one.
You saw that
Roche.
person standing. She still had magic. She is no prisoner.
Hiroshi.
That logic could be extended to anyone who can work a spell. Do not let hatred and violence overtake your path. We have won a great victory here today. Let us celebrate and take them prisoner.
This victory means nothing if the eye survives. If they can just make another branch. And at that point, I kick the eye agent and say, Tento, you can ask him your questions.
Alright, they all kind of
This
look...
one's properly subdued and prisoner.
Yeah, they all kind of look... they shrug and they say, very well. And they don't really want to press it, but they kind of trade a look between one another, who are we working with again? And
Look, only one of us claims that he's part of the, the mountain. Not saying it out loud, but
Jesus.
just saying.
Yeah.
Jesus, Lonnie, I didn't know you were such a savage. Ah.
I'll pick up the eye agent by the leg.
Plus 1
Is he awake?
POW.
Yeah, I don't like-
He's unconscious at the moment. That blue smoke I mentioned earlier, by the way, getting a little thicker.
Yep.
What is that?
Coming
It
up
doesn't
the
seem like the
stairs.
smoke that Broda used before, right?
No, it looks more like blue smoke, and you like smell like burning, but it smells like acrid in a way that fire shouldn't be.
Lonnie's just gonna be like, what's that smell?
The heir of Osor runs over here, steps down, comes back up, so like coughing and says, "Fires, fires everywhere. Blue
That's
blue
not-
fire and smoke. The lab is burning.
Does she
Somebody
know
set
what,
fire to the lab equipment."
Does she know what might cause blue fire? That doesn't
Uh,
smell like fire?
Spirit stuff, magic, stuff involving, you know, all sorts of things.
Zion, can you get us all out of here?
Sure.
Yeah, the heirs of Osor would, you know, form back up by the passageway, and one of them would say, "Wait, that's the lab, isn't it?" And then one of them says, "There would still be prisoners in there." And the heirs of Osor don't seem to be willing to leave prisoners behind, as they form up to go down anyway.
You
And then one of them stops and thinks and says, "You can go to any floor with one of these, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If we open a door there, we can bring them out."
Oh.
If any of you can help me, I can keep smoke at bay.
They kind of look at you, and they're not so sure. They saw you shooting lightning, they saw you doing stuff with wind, but they also saw you executing prisoners, and they're not really certain what kind of help you're asking for.
It's okay, Orochi. I got it with the warden. I don't need to breathe.
Okay.
Zion, I don't know if the breathing part is the worrisome part for you.
Oh, I'm
I'm
fine.
still on your shoulder, right?
Oh yeah, here, Orochi, take it.
Glinda, not one to wait for deliberation too long, and already having waited too much today, runs down the stairs. Ritually cast speak with animals. Zion, I'm assuming you form up here
Also-
and you open the misty portal to the next floor.
If
Mhm.
also, before she does, Lonnie's just gonna give the 3 hazard suits to Zion.
All right. Yeah, one of them is poison related, so there's that. And one of them's fire, and then there's a third one. Yeah, so point is, Zion, you and the warden descend, right?
Like if I open it,
You can't look through. You have to go to that floor to see what's actually happening there. It's just this
Alright, yeah.
weird, seemingly infinite chasms void of billowing wind. You step in, and then you have to like pass through. You have to pass through the fog barrier, so to speak.
yep. All right, I'll go through with the warden.
All right, and the Arizos are kind of look at you, and one of them just asks, "Were you a prisoner here?"
Did Zion ever tell us how to actually use the portal? Is it the only one that can?
Well, right now, the doorway is still open.
Mhm.
Okay.
And right before it opens the door, it always says, "And open."
Xander comes over. The Arizos just shoot their eyes to him.
Let me know when it's been 10 minutes for ritual casting.
Yeah, and Iskander's just like, "There's much to see here, but we have done our work. This place allows no more prisoner. And as the smoke gathers and like the smoke rises, you hold his head. Zion, the map I'm going to move you to, I have not staged for the events which are occurring, but you know, I'll quickly make some addendums. Does he even have fucking the light layer on? No, it doesn't.
I
Whatever.
currently see nothing.
Yeah. So
Just to let you know, I was thinking about bringing the Chimera to help, but it does take 10 minutes, so
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
this
if
is
Zion
good.
will resolve everything before that, but just to let you know.
it transpires before 10 minutes. Yeah. So you run in Zion. You see that there's heavy smoke here. There's blue flame overtaking the lab equipment. And there is overall some confusion. There's some pulse pustules. There's also some people rattling the bars trying to get out. They seem to be green brands, humans. They turn to you and they see a warforged and they don't know what side you're on. They try and hide because they see you with a prison warden, stone warden. Oh god, did I just copy paste you a bunch? No, I didn't. So why are you appearing all? Oh, whatever. Point is, there's some bars
Only
and they're like
everywhere.
hiding from you at the moment. What are you gonna do?
I will say, come with me if you want to live. And,
All right. Did you do anything to open the bars?
I can equip my blade arm and start trying to slash at it.
The blade arm comes out and you slash at the hinges. Give me that attack.
Guess I'll just do a thunder.
It stays open until he chooses to close it. Until he chooses to close it. Yeah, you tink off, and the dot-rooted warden doesn't like say anything. He just sort of stands there, waiting any command.
Oh, can you smash open this?
Yeah. They kind of look in amazement as the stone warden walks forward, and brings its stone arms up, grabs, and sort of like bends this shit down and in until it's low enough that they can hop forward. They see the stone warden, they're afraid, but they like, fuck it. Their one chance, they hop out. They see there's one door open, they head that way, and they find their way to the Misty Portal. Orochi, okay. Here's what happens. A scanner, after a moment, says, there is something wrong. And then reaches out and says, I have spoken to some of the people in the lower floors. There are fires breaking out everywhere. Some sort of self-destruct. Meanwhile, Zion, you're down here. There's lots of lab equipment and alchemical supplies. There's fancy offices, but shit's also catching on fire. Are you trying to go in for anything, or are you just gonna try and get out of here?
I mean, I'm trying to see if there's any more people I need to.
You manage to look
Yes,
around. You find no further prisoners on this level.
Alright, then, yeah, I'll grab some stuff.
Alright, so you run in, you get to the nicest office. Give me a perception.
Perception.
Alright, so sack full of lab offices, wizardry, shit. You stack it all up. The blue flames are spreading, the smoke is spreading. Roll me a con save, Zion.
Can't save.
Yeah, meanwhile, up top, Shin, what is Orochi doing?
Is it like
Go ahead, guy.
is this like a breathing related con save?
Kind of. Do you have immunity to that, or like advantage?
I mean, I don't need to breathe.
Yeah, so you're holding your breath, right?
Yeah.
That's not the problem. The problem is more or less like the heat.
Ah,
and the magical heat that's kind of like running, like trying to like run your haywire. You survive. You're fine. The stone warden is made of stone. You made of metal. You guys are fine in the heat. You jack the shit. There's one more office you could hit, although you're going to linger longer and take more risk. There's also alchemical supplies you could go out and get, or you could just get out of here. You hear Glinda charging through and then charging down. What's the play?
yeah, I'll just get out.
All right. So, Orochi, what would you be up to while this is happening?
So like, after I feed Tento his good tea, I was gonna I mean, if the heirs of Osar weren't gonna help me, then I was gonna go down anyways.
I mean, they were going to go
Um,
down. They just didn't understand what kind of like help that you were asking for, but they were planning to go down.
Yeah, I could go through the portal, and I was planning on using the hurricane harness to suck up like the room's worth of smoke and environmental effect, and just give a space of safer spot.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are going to make it back. Here's how we're going to do this, because there's about to be many floors that you guys are going to be kind of like casually traversing, so to speak. Yeah. So let me go grab you and get you back on the tower overview. Yeah, so so the tower, you guys have achieved victory in the tower, right? There is presently blue fire and like smoke reported primarily in the research wing, the research floor, but also just like generally like anywhere there's like semi-valuable magical stuff. There seems to have been like implanted, not like incendiaries of a magical nature that are just sort of popping off now. It's not going to destroy the tower, but it might kill some people left inside, and it's definitely destroying sensitive stuff. Right now, evacuations are complicated, but if you guys hold open the wind passage and Orochi goes out and like disperses the smoke, keeping it at bay to like bring people out, you can help evacuate everyone down to a safer level, right? Down to the torture floor and then beyond, because there's none of them in the torture floor or the barracks. If you want to, you can try and stay, and like by the time that like people are making this decision, Lonnie, you have successfully ritually cast Speak with Animals, right? Just to be clear. So like everybody on all of these floors is trying to get out now that the fight, or like get to safety, right? There are valuables on these different levels, and there are pieces of information which could be destroyed if you do not act now to obtain them. You saw lots of stuff in the laboratory, Zion, which if you could obtain and abscond with, might be useful for setting up your own workshop somewhere in Cathodak or at home. But you can find this stuff in other places, it's just a rare combination of all the goods. The residences have the information and goods of individual wizards. It's a hard place to navigate normally, even more so right now. So who's to say what's in there? Research has all sorts of tomes of lore and power and scrolls presently catching on arcane fire and exploding. Any of you could choose to try and do something about that, or decide that it's not your problem and you're just going to help people get out of here. But it is going to be a bit of a quick simultaneous resolution across, you know, all like 4 of the upper floors. So Lonnie, I would start this out by just saying what you managed to cast the spell, right? There's 1 Chimera left here. Or there's 2, technically speaking, actually.
Yeah, one's already been handled.
Oh wait, shit, hold on. I'm forgetting something very important. You guys are up in this room, right? Still. The dais here sort of like fills with a filled with a strange energy, and the chair seems to be aligned with it. They seem to be part of like a device.
Oh shit, that's a chair.
Yeah. Into utility of shit to loot. Yeah, dangerous to go alone for the inside of utility shit to loot. Well, first of all, you examine it, and Abrota says, I haven't seen one of these in some time. And this is a stargazer. A stargazer's throne. The power of this dais to gaze into the probabilities of the loom are endless. However, its greatest abilities come at a cost. And it sort of has sort of a great portention about it. Like, if you look at it, you feel almost in awe. You didn't notice earlier in the battle because adrenaline and the desire to kill had overruled everything else. But this seems like a very important magical artifact. And, yeah, you would know that, you could just... So, it also wouldn't be too hard to destroy, given your powers, right? There have been some NPCs in your travels who encountered destroying what you find up here, and there have been some people who suggested keeping it. And yeah, your merchant friend wants it. There's also other stuff on the floor below that your merchant friend would definitely like. You have a general idea that if you went to the residences, you guys could find Orsmeyer's personal residence. It might have something very significant in it. So on the residences, there's Orsmeyer's personal residence. Laboratory, stuff to set up one's own lab. Stuff the merchant will pay greatly for. Trade in kind for magic items he owns for. And, yeah, and in the study, tomes of unimagined lore. Thank you so much for the raid, level 1 geek!
Yeah.
Tomes of unimagined lore, history, religion, and more. And more, even a few sacks full, could begin a proper, begin or expand a proper research library. So, yeah, what do you guys want to go for here? Hey, level 1 geek! So, yeah, so the tower is burning, but this significant thing is here. Yeah, guys, you've heard things one way or the other. Destroy it or save it. What are you going to do?
Is this something
I
that we can
say-
take?
Yeah, so the seat is dismountable.
Can I?
It's not going to be simple, but you can take it.
Can I still talk to the Chimera first?
Yeah. You've cast
Lonnie-
Speak with Animals. You want to talk to the southern Chimera that's like beat up and caged?
The locked up one, yeah.
Alright.
Lonnie wants to say, your master has left you. What do you want to do now?
It cries out. Its three heads say, live, kill, escape, fly! And the Chimera, bats its wings inside the cage. It lets out a terrible hue and cry. And the blue smoke is still trailing into the room. Yes, and things are going crazy. So what do you... Green Brand Bronzemen are very thankful for you guys rescuing them, by the way. And the captain who you met earlier will probably be pretty happy. But yeah, so what do you... I mean, like, the Chimera doesn't seem to be operating with, like, too many marbles, but does seem to want to be free. And that's its main thrust. It does seem to have a violent streak, but you can roll an insight if you want to know more about that, but that's what its initial response would be.
Well, we
Fly!
can help you.
We need to fly! Soar high! High! And burn!
We can help you with some of that. if you'll help us first.
Free me. Free me, free me, free me. The heads.
Insight check or whatever check to see where is its intention of maybe obeying.
Yeah, roll an insight.
Oh.
You think that the Chimera just needs a head pat and it will do whatever you say.
Okay. Then Lonnie, if the door is not locked, Lonnie will thaumaturge it open and try to go pet it then.
Yeah, you unlatch it, and then do you climb like 20 feet up the wall of the area? It is kind of climbable.
Oh, I can't climb it. I will ask
unlock it.
I will ask it to come then.
Yeah, it leaps down, gives a roar. Everyone's like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And yeah, you want to give me that animal
And then
handling?
I will
as you
try
reach
to
out?
pet the thing because that is what I think.
Give me that animal handling.
It is a fluffy domesticated animal,
You
right?
guys see that Lonnie has just let the Chimera out.
What the fuck? That's
Blue
all your
smoke fills the
tentacles
room
here.
slowly.
They say.
Clouding it, the heirs of Osor say, "We must away and help the other prisoners escape. Go pass through this passageway. Do what you must here." And the heirs of Osor, you know, like, and they escape with their wounded comrade to be healed. They throw Zion a thumbs up for that one. Yeah, Lonnie, fateful animal handling here.
Tento's holding up the claymore.
At the kidding.
I don't need guidance or anything. This thing is a domesticated animal. It's a domesticated animal.
Lumi,
I'm just gonna have this.
okay, yeah. So
Wait,
Lumi's like trying to drag you back.
You're
Zion
too
comes
far.
up. Lonnie,
Wait,
what's your? Oh shit! No, there's a copy of Zion. Ignore the
30 feet
doppelganger
of you.
Zion to the north. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
he's over there. Gotcha.
yeah,
I
so-
saw the copy, I was
Yeah, I don't
like,
think Zion's here.
So how much do you add with your flash of genius?
4.
You say behind the ears, and Lonnie, as the Chimera is about to rear up, you go for behind the ear, and the Chimera is like, and is like temporarily,
It's a domesticated animal.
you know, kept in line. What do you want to do now?
Wait, so Zion's back, right?
Yeah. Everyone's up here at the moment,
Does
and there is.
yeah, does
this-
anyone else need saving? Are all the prisoners alright then?
That is all I saw in the
Iskander would
floor
say
below.
the evacuation process is not even underway. There's no organization right now. We'll have to go floor to floor and send people out. There's going to be chaos.
No, now that Lonnie thinks about more, maybe the Chimera isn't the best mount for people to get off on when to get out with when they are probably traumatized by it. So I guess Lonnie will stay here and see if there's anything else the Chimera can help with. If
The
not, we can just
Chimera
fly out with
wants
the
to
Chimera,
fly.
hopefully.
The
Yeah.
Chimera could take this seat and leave.
Yeah, you think that the Chimera could definitely lift that. If there's fixtures here for saddles and the like tack about, and you could definitely like swing it around and then affix it. You think if you were, I don't know, a sly tinkerer with appropriate tools, to like an underslung belly on the Chimera, and the Chimera could then just take off with it. Be a little awkward, but you know, could air crane it out. The Chimera right now just sort of wants to go, and there's an opening in the ceiling, so that might be hard to arrange. But you know,
Yeah, Lonnie is gonna mount the Chimera and tell it like once you help us, I'll show you things that you can burn.
the Chimera thinks about it and says, "Help, help burn," and like flaps its wings and like flies 10 feet up off the ground, and then it'll take your general suggestions of direction to go. Lumi seems very disturbed by all of this and is trailing closely.
Look, I got a new
Yeah.
I got a new fluffy mount
Yeah, you guys see
with some scales.
she's hopped on the Chimera, and is now flying around on it.
What are you doing?
The
Why
Green
are you
Brands
on
look
it?
around and they're like, well, what's going on here? And one of them's like, you must be the Shade of the Mountain. I've heard about you. You're even crazier than I'd heard. and they're like, "We appreciate everything you've done here, but if there's an evacuation, we'll be going. We'll see you on the outside." And they try and like hop through the portal of the winds, and they descend through this billowy, cloudy descent escape.
Lonnie, please get down from the chimera.
It's fine. Look, if you just scratch it right here, look, they like it.
Lonnie. Does it actually
Although
look
it
like it's
does-
gonna? Can I look at it, see if it's actually gonna obey her?
You're jealous.
Yeah, you can try and see if it's actually gonna obey. Roll me insight.
No need. Look, I
Oh my
already did it.
goodness,
It's
I thought I rolled
fine.
one.
See, it's fine.
Yeah, things are probably fine. Obrota's just sitting here on her very tame chimera. Like, very interesting. So,
Yeah, but Brota's in a different league than
so
Lonnie.
time
I-
is moving.
ouch. They do want to burn stuff though, so if we want to do anything, we might want to do it quick, or that, or I'm just gonna let
It lets
it
out a-
start burning the tower. No,
Okay,
I'm telling this to them.
Well,
Yeah,
wanted to
no, don't
prepare.
tell it to burn the tower yet. People are still inside. We are still inside.
A bit of like rubble like crumbles from above, and more rays of light come. And Bro's like, I'm thinking that I'm going to swing by the study very quickly and get some of those books. And she like flies out with no further delay.
Oh, please, Lady Brota, let me assist you in that.
Yeah, and speaking of which, some of you guys passed that save, right?
Yeah,
Everyone but me, I
Zion
think.
and
We got
Hiroshi.
20
Diana
bosses.
Orochi, you can't help but notice that she seems to have some blood at the corner of her mouth that she didn't before, as did Lonnie. Actually, Lonnie, you were too
She's
busy
still
trying to
floating?
land the Chimera. You saw her float. She
Oh no,
Well,
I saw her
she's-
freaking go for the jugular. I
Yeah,
saw all
she's
that.
riding the Chimera. She's riding the Chimera side saddle. So you guys aren't seeing the float walk dissonance, but you guys do
Okay.
feel a little bit like, huh? And Tento's still like, oh, Lady Aguilera Sabrota. So yeah, things are in motion. What is like the next thing you guys do? Because if this deliberation takes a while, there's gonna be less opportunity for looting.
Oh, well, I wanted to join Lady Brota in her to the studies.
Oh, okay, yeah. You hop through and you follow her to the study.
Yeah.
Essentially, what Lonnie is saying, this Chimera is not going to stay here long. If you want to do something with it, do it now. Like, are we taking the seat or not?
I tell
That does-
Lonnie, like, if we can take this seat, I think now's our chance with this Chimera. If not,
Alright.
we're just gonna have to destroy it.
Let's take the seat.
All right, Zion, can you give me a
I thought you
Tinker's
guys need to
Tools
make a
test
check with it.
Yeah, Tinker's Tool test to like rig up like more or less a leather bound like bridle and back frame. Yeah, you easily whip it up, and you guys yoink the seat and begin to pull it up and out. And the Chimera has it underslung. Iskander says, "It's time to depart. I can use my sense of the mind and telepathy to inform people where to go." And Iskander sort of heads off to begin running the evacuation.
Lonnie is going to take the cloak back from Lumi and tell Lumi to go with the others, because I don't think Lumi is going to do so well in the sky.
Lumi has great misgivings about leaving you alone with the Chimera. Whether or not you think she will overcome them is a you decision, but she does voice concern mentally.
It's fine. Look.
And what if you
It's
get
either that or we
Yeah,
both fall.
and what if you get in a fight?
Possibly.
What if you get in a fight and you can't communicate with it?
I
Gives you
think
this
it's
face.
fine.
I thought
Look.
I was a silly one. Are you guys keep
Look, it's-
scratching it on the?
Look, they're letting me ride. Do you have a name, by the way?
The Chimera says, Name! I am the beast. I am the Chimera. And yeah, you get the feeling that like it doesn't really have an association like having a name at the moment. You not get the
Do I at
feeling
least know it?
based on like marks around like its feet and like body and like its twitching. You get the feeling that this was not a like PETA compliant workplace.
Yeah. All right. Well, with VB here. Look, they're not eating me now. They're letting me ride them, so it's fine.
All right, and now you are flying in the air, like 15 feet off the ground.
I
This
will
thing's
take
slung
the
up
cloak
under.
from her, though.
You
By the
take
way.
you take the cloak from Lumi. Lumi leaves with everybody else. Giving a one look back, looking concerned.
I'm assuming someone picked up the eye agent and left with them.
Yeah, you picked up the eye agent. I'm assuming. You take a POW. You leave with Dot Root Warden and
Okay.
the last thing to
Tento, I
do-
don't know. Did you want to pick up the glass shards before you leave? You did mention it, and I didn't actually do it, so I don't know if you would have looted that yourself.
No, he was too enamored with Lady Atrota.
Okay.
All right. So you collect them then, right? Wani?
No, she was too tired to give a shit.
And so nobody collected them. Well, Abroda collected one.
Yeah, she has one.
All right, so yeah, so it tries to ascend. Roll me an animal handling, Lonnie.
Am I allowed to guidance myself before this?
If you would have been doing it just like casually, then yes. But it's a pretty sudden jolt in the air, so you know.
Okay, I will not there for this one, but Lonnie will
All I
keep
got
that
is
in
thank you
mind.
for the raid. Yeah, you ascend with the Chimera through the dome.
Yep,
You
it's
try and
fine.
urge the Chimera on.
One of these days I'll roll
It
well.
cries, it moves. Roll me a deck save as it slams itself into the wall.
On purpose? By mistake?
Yeah, you managed to stay aboard, and
I don't think it's smart enough to do it on purpose.
wow. Yeah, so you guys are
It doesn't-
escaping. The tower is burning. And you are ascending up out of the tower as it burns. You see the war camps of the heirs of Osor, the spread, the dying and the dead, the triage, the people escaping. Thank you, Garblag Matt, for the follow. And yeah, Abrota floats, through the library with Tento at her side, and she's like, "Wouldn't you be a dear and run around and get some of these for me?" And she kind of like gesticulates in a broad section of the library that says "Forbidden." Give me, Stento, I would say, a stealth to like know where they're gonna hide the good shit and go get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you help her find some of the finest of tomes and hand them off to her. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." And she's just there on her Chimera. Meanwhile, Orochi and Thrallmaster, Iskander, escaping with people as blue smoke overtakes it. Heat, smoke, your lungs, your skin perspiring. Iskander's scales slicked as he says, "This way. Must escape. Make a egress." As Zion. So Orochi and Iskander are doing that. Orochi, give me an acrobatics to twist the wind.
Do I get advantage for any particular reason, or just straight?
No, because you're not being helped, you're helping.
Hey,
You buffet the wind and keep places so safe that there's no significant risk as you pull people away. Oroshi's presence brings everyone to safety, and everyone makes great note of this. Lumi kind of like, gives you this face, Zion, and tags along with you.
Oh, no, go with Orochi.
Oof.
And hand the eye agent over to Lumi.
Wonderfully defined of Jeff's machinations. Jeff is a man of many machinations, Cowboy. So we'll see how long
I feel
it
like
lasts.
Lumi would express her distaste for being a pack mule.
Yeah, wait,
is
are
she
you,
not a pack mule
are you
for
trying?
you?
Wait, are you trying to pack stuff on Lumi?
I give her the eye agent.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, she's like, oh, and she like drags the body. Zion, you're the only person.
She may or may not faint too. I don't think. Actually, no, it's still alive.
Four
She's very
floors,
tempted to
the three
nibble.
floors of interest are burning up, stuff between all of them. The research library ablaze, blue flames ravaging those texts. The wizards' residences going up in smoke with all of their secret communiques and magical items within as chain reactions exploded. And up in the laboratory, valuable tools to set up your own establishment, frying and exploding away as beakers and test tubes overload.
I feel like
A random
I
prisoner.
would go for the residences.
Ah, and is there a particular wizard whose residence you're going for? Any in general, or is Miser's personal residence?
Yeah, I'll try to look for Ors Misers.
All right. You walk through the halls, a mighty warforged frame, and you arrive outside of a hallway. There's smoke. There's also a strange mistiness to this place. Like, you can only ever really see one door at a time. You're not sure how large it is, or even what bends left or right you're taking in relation to other places. Find this door. It seems just like a fine wooden door like any others. Make me investigate. Yeah, there's definitely an arcane lock here. It seems keyed to a ring, like the earlier traps. Do you have Ors Miser's ring with you?
Nope.
Well, you think that it would be possible to disable the trap using a series of probes if you were to make me a Thieves' Tools Dex proficiency check. Or you could try and bash down the door and suffer the consequences. With that investigation check, you're not quite sure what the trap is. You just know there's a magical kind of circuit that is completed when somebody who isn't supposed to tries to open the door. Will release some
One of them
manner of
sounds
spell.
distinctly Zion. I wonder which one he's gonna go with.
You could also try to think it to Orochi, because, Scanner and I are
we
running around
connected?
levels.
At the moment, there's too many lead floors and thick
Yeah.
walls between you.
Yeah, let's try the Thieves' Tools. Hey.
You jimmy it and manage to break the circuit in several side places, ensuring that it can slide open without triggering the mechanism. Inside, you find the room. It's filled with treasures and exotic goods. You see here a rich Kustan wine, and also about 1,000 GP worth of jewels and other valuables. Additionally, there is a personal library shelf here. Chief amongst these items, you see a small brass sphere, very carefully action worked, with a small gold ball inside of it.
Okay.
It seems put in a place of pride amongst the books. Could roll me a perception to seek out further items, or you could just sort of grab what's here.
I could add one more time. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, you managed to find some of the hidden goods here. You find a tightly wrapped package of a strange brick of some paste of biological matter, a deep, swampy green in hue. And yeah, you also find a potion of vitality.
Oh, wow.
And you managed to go through his goods. you find what appears to be some sort of diary or research notes. And it's marked up like a heavy leather-bound volume, ribbons coming in and out of below, little markers in the sides, and it's definitely like... Casey, I think I'm hearing Jake. Really loudly.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Imagine if I was in the same room this time.
Jesus.
So yeah, you've got the diary, you got the stuff in it. It's got lots of notes on it. It's been signed with an O on many pages. You take that, and that's about the end of what you find before you need to make me a wisdom save. As the cloudiness sort of spreads to here and like a fire sort of overtakes the carpet. Blue flames licking up. Yeah, perfect wisdom save. You think you could hang here for one more go? Roll me a perception again.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Save some for the rest of us.
Back.
You find something labeled. You find a loose board behind the bar, in addition to several exotic alcohols in this collection. You find a box in a hidden compartment labeled insurance. It's a lead box with a heavy magic lock.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
So yeah, and wait, did you try and open it here, or are you just piecing out?
No, I'm taking it and piecing out.
Yeah. And you piece out Zion, and you hustle down the corridors which bend and twist in a strange way. It's almost like this red hallway extends forever. You see bits of its pattern repeating until you start to look for any pattern of differentiation. Roll me an investigation as you're making your way out, and it seems like the halls don't respond as they should anymore. Like you're not quite in the same place, even though you're going through the same halls. You manage to figure the trick to it, and with a turn left, and right, you manage to make progress, even though... Where are the turns? Where are the bends? Your mind grapples with this place and comes out the superior as you make your way back to the place where you step with the wind to pass through the passage. And yeah, with that, you guys are back at the tower overview. You all are making your way out of the tower, or to the tower's lower portions by this point. Up top, however, somebody's on a very different kind of adventure. Lonnie, you were gripping to dear life to the Chimera, who is letting out a great spout of flame, flying forth and swooping out over the countryside towards the woods to the east. What do you do?
I try to direct it, like, to drop off the throne here, and then we can have fun burning stuff.
Okay, you say drop it here?
We can leave the seat here, and then you can fly more freely, and
Yeah,
we
the
can
Chimera
have fun burning
beats
stuff.
their wings, and they cry out, and they say, "Saddled, tied, chained, free me." And you see there are straps on either side. You are like 300 feet in the air at this point, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like straps on either side you could cut to like drop it, if you wanted to. You're present.
I
300 feet
will
in the air.
tell it too dangerous, too high, go lower.
Oh, roll me an animal handling.
Oh, there you
Hey,
go.
you got a good one.
Yeah, so you but you know, you give it that scratch behind the ear, and then you go for that extra, and you know, it's like, and amazing. Maybe a Yandere, but the Chimera's a brat. Or the deep swoop, the Chimera like lands or like hops slightly off of it.
Okay, yonder is an interesting term. But
Has
okay.
landed in a random field, basically, like a copse in the woods, and is like, it begins just like slashing with its own claws, but would like some help with maybe your wooden knife to get it free, and then it's gonna take off.
Yeah, I'll slash it and then
Yeah.
I'll direct it. I'll try to direct it back towards the tower. Like, look, you can help it burn more. The top's pretty unburnt right now.
Chimera is, just free, burn, free, and then flies off towards the woods. You're alone.
Oh, did
Hundreds
it
of
leave me?
feet-
Oh, I was expecting to go with it.
Oh wait, were you? Important note: do you dismount?
No, I didn't. I was just gonna cut it and then.
Oh, so you hang
go
off
fuck
the
off
side.
with it.
You hang off on the side. It no, never again, not back there. And it's like trying to get free of this. And when you cut it free, it wants to fly and leave.
You don't want to break it.
The Chimera
You
said,
just want
broken
to
enough.
leave.
Free. I want to fly. I want to burn. Blue skies, clouds, soar. Chimera's head twists, some primal call to nature distorted through its alchemical origins. It doesn't seem to have any desire to return to that place.
Okay.
You could, however,
can I-
make a persuasion at advantage to try and convince it of going back out of some sense of vengeance or what have you.
You know what? It's fine. I'll just ask it why do you want to burn so much?
The Chimera says,
Are you secretly featured in Promare?
My lungs are full of flame. They must escape. It is natural. Like breathing. It turns its head and flame spouts all over a nearby tree. As the brush nearby also slicks on fire.
Okay,
Are you sure you're
the
safe?
water.
You did just start a forest
Hmm.
fire.
Yeah. I mean, technically not me, but were there any rivers on our mountain?
You mean at Soracho?
Yeah.
There's a hot spring, but not necessarily like a waterfall river feature.
This might be a bad idea, but let's see. Sorjo's to the west from here.
East and south, and would also be really complicated to explain how to reach for the level of intelligence you're seeing right now. You could tell it how to get there. Whether or not it could or would get there is another question. There's a burning tree and bushes in front of you at this time.
It's too big for it to be considered a campfire, right?
Yeah, no, it's there's like the tree's on fire, the bushes around are on fire. It's more than that.
Okay. Lonnie will transfer the bond over to it from the blood maze, because why not? I don't need that. And she's gonna just try to explain like mountain to the southeast. You can breathe fire to the sky and no one would bother you there.
Wait,
It
is
thinks
this
about
something we
that.
all can hear?
Nope. She is speaking.
No,
to the
I'm just
animal
speaking to
hundreds
the
of feet
chimera.
away from
Oh,
the
okay.
tower. Give me a persuasion. Straight persuasion.
I thought since you were talking about the bond, I was like, is she saying? I thought she can do that.
No, I'm just transferring.
Transferring, yeah. I
it
thought you
for
were talking to
future.
it too.
Yeah, chances are it's probably gonna get lost on the way. Yep.
And it says, the air doesn't burn like the trees. And it seems to want to keep going. Are you going to dismount? Are you going to try and ride it to the west? You could give me a persuasion advantage to get it to go there, or are you going to dismount? This is in a clearing by a growing fire.
Yeah.
But the Chimera wants to
That
go.
chair doesn't look like. Yeah, that chair doesn't look like it's gonna burn, right?
It is a heavy metal magical instrument.
If I reach out to Iskander, did it seem like I can reach him, or am I too far now?
You're too far.
Okay. I will just then I will say okay, then fly, and just leave the chair there and try to make a mental note of it. Like try
Okay,
to get a
remind
sense
you,
of the
the
geography.
Chimera is taking off straight to the east. You say that, it takes off, it goes to the east over more forest. You're still on it, right?
Yeah.
You haven't told it to go back to the tower? You haven't tried to make that like it... Okay, you fly off into the distance aboard the Chimera.
If it's going too far away, then yeah, I guess I will try to make it convince it to go back to the tower.
It's circling for the moment, but it's definitely making its way away. And as this
Okay,
happens...
I will say, yeah, then I will tell it, like, you know what does burn very well? The tower.
Okay, give me persuasion with advantage. Yeah, and
God,
it
thank goodness
says,
for advantage.
"Oh, metal and stone don't burn very well. Maybe the grass will." It flies back in that direction, and as you head off, Lonnie, you notice something in the ground. You see like there's like a burning in the tree light, right? And you notice like figures moving. You spy people draped in furs and bearing
Right.
clubs emerge. And they bear the idols of a strange figure. And they close in as the fire spreads upon the chair, and you fly to the west.
Chair's fine, right? Right.
you
Yeah.
gaze
it'll be
back,
Fine.
You can almost hear the blathering of an idiot god.
Oh,
Chud.
Jesus Christ.
You know what burns well, Chud?
Shud's burn
Yeah.
well.
So you guys head out, and we get back into the specifics of that next week. Thank you all for coming out to High Road, our D&D 5e game every Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern through midnight 30. It is now through midnight 30. Come check us out in the Discord. The fun never ends. We got all sorts of stuff going on. Right now, most of our streams are not happening due to a changeover in our schedule, but watch this space. Watch Thursday space, and this Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, is the finale of Arcspire, so do come out and watch that. I will
finale.
see you, for the season 1 of Arcspire. I will see you all soon, trademark. And until then, bon voyage. We are going to go raid someone.
Do I have any feedback?
Oh wow,
No
hold on.
feedback.
Yeah. Wait. Feedback phase. Do it on the faster side if we can, just because it's kind of late. But Shin, hit me with it.
I'm glad that we were able to go through all the floors and finish. I'm glad you're giving us a chance to go back and loot, albeit with some danger. But I'm glad you're giving us choices as our reward for finishing. It is partially on us because we are splitting the party more and more often, but I think we should sit down and figure out a way and how to proceed with splitting the party. Just it's not on you to scramble.
This was the worst place for it to happen because there there were some events where like the people and actors involved were going to act while you guys were out of character deliberating, and I didn't want to force you too hard, but like, yeah, we need, yeah, maybe figure that out because it does happen more and more often now.
Looking forward to if we ding once we are safe and once we figure out what we actually got and get to keep, because we've already started losing stuff.
I have a shit ton of stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
All right. And all right, it is Darren's turn.
Hi, man. Today was fun. Good fights. The enemy stuff's neat. I'm gonna see how that fucks me over later. I'm excited to go through all my loot. I'm happy we're finally done with this tower. And that's it for me.
All right, done with the tower, yeah. And Kai.
Yeah. Overall enjoyable tower experience. Give it out of like 8 out of 10 would kind of do again.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm also glad the tower is finally done after however many months we've been at this.
Yeah, the end has come.
And I'm glad you gave us loot for our troubles.
Loot for the loot god.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see what loot we got. And looking forward to seeing what we do next.
Yeah.
It should be continuing the war to the capital.
Casey, hit me with it.
I like the intro to the boss battle, especially because he kind of went through like each of us to be like, "Hey, what you thinking now?" I thought that was a very good moment. And yeah, the latter half of the tower experience was pretty fun. And I am also glad that you did not change in action, even though like you knew it was going to like quite like more than likely kill a character.
Because I was just like, I know exactly what he's gonna do, and then you made that move, and I'm like, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
He's dead in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, the splitting the party was a little shaky this time. But yeah, splitting the party is always a little rough. I guess it kind of makes sense why we're on a time limit, but it I don't know, I'm a little sad that we didn't actually get to relax after the battles. One's like, oh, here's another thing happening.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that it was gonna be like fight ends, we pop back out, you guys tell me what you do, and then we were gonna chill, and then that just isn't how it turned out. So that I was kind of caught in the infinite limbo of trying to get you there. So
Well,
next time.
Or like I didn't really. I don't know, I'm curious about your thought process. I guess that's a discussion for later. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I am looking forward to, I guess, what's after the tower, and maybe have a Chimera friend afterwards, because this is realistically the only thing I can come out with this.
No.
Alright. Yeah, look, there's a simple Marie Kondo approved way to decide what to lose and what to keep. Does it speak to you and have its own agenda? Yes. You just hold it, and does it spark a conversation with a weird magic item? Well, with that, that was everything, Casey?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna raid Scowl for initiative. I'll see you all on the flip, and until next time, dreamers. Dream. I know I'll be dreaming. What do you mean valid username on? Scowl for it. Pat also wants to come here, friend. Very well.